How do you do? Mr. Rez felt it'd be rather unkind not to present this live play without a friendly word of warning. We are about to unfold the story of Dracula, a conqueror cursed with bloodlust, immortality, and emptiness. It is quite possibly one of the strangest tales ever told. It deals with the savage hunger that exists in the hearts of all mankind. It will scare you. It may frighten you. It might even terrify you. So, if any of you feel you don't wish to subject your nerves to such strain, now is your chance to. Oh, well, we warned you.
Hang on. Speaking of next week, are we planning on doing next week?
Next week is the 3rd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we?
Well, my coworkers wanted to do a Friendsgiving that they keep changing the date on and the time, and now they've just changed it to Sunday at 3 next week.
Yes, in December.
I'll be able to talk to them tomorrow when I go into work. I may cancel with them if you'll...
No, you should never cancel with your coworkers. Just let us know.
Well, they keep moving the dang date around.
Well, hopefully they move it again and you have Christmas. Friendsmas.
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah, you shouldn't isolate yourself.
Yeah, I should probably...
Yes, isolate yourself. Only us.
We are your true friends.
Yeah, but we can't start late next week because we have a... Oh wait, no, I really can't do my coworkers thing because I've got this followed by the Starfinder game.
Well, Starfinder game is at 6, so you could probably do Friendsgiving, though. It'd only be... Well, I guess you wouldn't have too much
time. It'd only be a few hours, and I have to drive and stuff. I'll see.
MJ, can you send me a message? I can't find your chat.
You hate MJ.
I do. I bury his messages with other messages, so I don't have to look at his name.
Mm-hmm.
I found it.
You found it?
I did.
But the best thing about my trip to Japan, feeding monkeys. I love monkeys.
Ooh.
And I got to feed some. Those fuckers were just... Like, we were going to this place called Monkey Mountain. It's not called Monkey Mountain. It's just, that's the only way I can pronounce it. And I thought it was going to be like a zoo where those little critters were, like, in cages. No, those fuckers were just everywhere. Like, they were out and about. They could, legitly, like, kill you if they wanted to. It's very nerve-wracking.
I saw this guy bring a bunch of Twinkies up to one of those places with a bunch of the monkeys, and they would just, like, all swarm around him, grabbing the Twinkies out of the box. Some would grab, like, 5 handfuls. Yeah,
they specifically... There are many signs in various languages that say, do not bring food up this hiking trail.
And you brought food specifically to feed the monkeys?
No, there's like this, like, atop the mountain, there's like this little shack that's kind of like a fence. And inside you can buy food, and you can feed monkeys through like this house, because there's not any monkeys inside the house. So it's like these monkeys will gather around this little shack to eat.
I wonder if there's like any like heists that the monkeys try to do to steal all the food from the shack.
I bet there's a ton of monkey heists. Can you guys... Is my audio showing up? I forgot to pull up the Streamlabs. Okay.
Speaking of monkey heists...
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what we were doing.
Let me give you a reminder, because I needed to watch last week. I told myself I was going to watch the session over, because it was so long I kind of forgot what we were doing. It was a nice reminder.
About someone's getting killed?
Yes.
Sorry, Jonas almost getting killed. Lucas was fine.
You taught the monkey how to steal stuff, and he stole something and got caught.
Yeah.
Let me give you a quick refresher. As we last left off, our protagonist ventured into what's this? Târgoviște. They stopped by a local church where they had a quick conversation with some of the local ne'er-do-wells / orphans. Manet took this opportunity to get his suit cleaned and stitched, while the adults Jonas and Luke went to the local tavern, the Horse and Coach, where they got into a bit of a scuffle with a invisible man. This left Jonas almost dead, but luckily they prevailed with the assistance of 2 other locals. Lucas also was naked for the duration of that battle, and Aya also stole quite a bit of stuff.
Good monkey.
Speaking of Aya stealing something, before we closed last session, she managed to swipe what looks to be a scroll of some sort of magical shield.
I thought we'd given it back.
You
I
did.
believe we did give it
We
back.
gave him back to try and get on the mayor's son's good side, I think he was.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think
then
we succeeded.
we just rolled really badly on
Yes,
persuasion.
you rolled terribly.
I rolled really good. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no evidence that I rolled badly. Besides the video.
Besides the documentation of me rolling badly.
I might have been caught in 4K, but
The church stuff was evil, MJ.
What church stuff? I have
The
no idea
church
what you're
stuff.
talking about.
You had that happen the same time we had the Invisible Man. That was so evil.
In my defense, I did not think you'd visit both of the places the same day.
Yeah, so I guess you spoiled us slightly or something that was in fact someone different, which I kind of figured, since the person at the church was following me, but the Invisible Man followed Lucas.
yeah. And we were keeping a track of people coming out of the door behind us. Like, we were aware that there could be someone following us, and we didn't realize anybody stepping outside the church with us, so it had to be someone different. Unless he literally doubled around and sprinted after us. I don't think that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, because we figured out that something was in the church with us. Then when I exited, I made sure that it didn't follow me, but something still said something in the cemetery. So I feel like Invisible Man was in the church. He followed you all out, and I went out to the cemetery, and something else was following.
That's where you think the split happened. Okay.
I think so.
No comment.
Either that or whatever was in the church can, like, phase through doors or some BS, which is possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's a ghost, it can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we also got a letter from the girl in where's it called?
Bucharest.
Bucharest, yeah.
Oh yeah, we have to go back to Bucharest.
We do. We have a lot of time limits that I don't know if we're gonna be able to.
Oh, and
Make.
we met the toy maker, and apparently he's been making
Mina dolls.
he's been making lots of Mina dolls, which I'm sure aren't being used as voodoo dolls or anything.
Yeah. As long as none of them were like life-sized or anything, we're probably fine. Dracula's into some weird shit.
Well, actually, What if we order a life size?
No, no, no. You're not giving Petra a body that is a doll version of Mina.
Or you give it to Dracula and you fool him.
No, I was gonna say we keep it with us, and we're like, yeah, Dracula, she's totally still alive.
We kidnap Birdie's this doll.
It's a mop with a red wig on it.
Well, that's how we get the toy maker to make.
Mm-hmm.
Only he probably doesn't make stuff that big, so.
Yeah. It will be. Yeah, I don't know. We have to discuss our plans are, because we need to make our way into the mountain anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Here, allow me to give you some clarity.
There was also a shop that had a ton of good stuff in it. MJ's too good at making items, and
But
Not giving enough money.
They're not giving us enough money.
You have the opportunity to do quite a few odd jobs here, but again,
But we
That's
have
true, we
time
can rob
limits.
everyone.
I did
Yes,
not intend for you to allow one of the major NPCs to die, so dude, that is not my fault.
We did not allow that to happen. We just got unlucky.
Manet will disagree with you.
Because he's the one who could have healed her.
He is the one
Look,
that
I
let her
told
die.
y'all not to keep going into the cult thing. I wasn't the one that triggered the ambush.
So, we need to go to Bucharest, right?
So I had to look out for number one. If things went south, I needed that last spell slot to cast invisibility and ditch y'all.
You are currently here at Târgoviște. Bucharest is about a day's journey. Day's journey with a horse.
We need to steal a horse.
Probably
Or
3 days by
char-
foot.
okay, but what about by river? Târgoviște is like a river city, right? Almost. No, it's not really close to the river. Never mind.
It's adjacent to it. The town itself is not built off the river.
Are
There
there
is-
any ferries that travel down it that could expedite our journey? If we get some tickets or something?
Perhaps.
'Cause I still have a lot of money. Not enough for a single magic item, but but enough that maybe we could afford to travel across the river.
Wait, we're paying to cross the river?
We could.
I thought
Make
it
it
was a
faster.
bridge.
It's either that or pay for a cart and horse to get thing for a day.
Ah, heck. You're right. We kind
The
of.
thing is, if we get the cart and horse, yes, it will take a day, but we will have a cart and horse.
for
Knowing our luck,
for
we'll
now,
probably
we've
die.
already lost 2 carts and horses.
Well, yes.
There are
Don't
times
have a
of
good
charm.
track record.
Third time's the charm, and maybe we should try and get some. Well, actually, okay. If our plan is to go into the mountains to try and find this guy, I guess the best thing to do would be to go into Bucharest and talk to Ismark or someone else to see if they know of any settlements in the mountains that we could at least get points to travel to, instead of just like randomly going through the mountains until we find this guy.
I forget. Are we gonna tell Ismark what happened?
No. We should tell him that she's sick. We should send a letter ahead of us saying that she's sick and that there's someone in the mountains who can help her.
Ah! Wow.
I will also like to point out that the white circles, these hollowed out circles, represent different Vistani camps.
Right, right.
Maybe the Vishtani have some sort of magic that could teleport us into the mountains.
Oh, and at some point we needed to go to Arad to.
We have a month.
We have a month for that. We have a week for Mina. And I'm going to say we have a couple days for the kid.
Yeah.
I would say you have about what? Well, let's look up a fun fact.
Oh no.
Was that when did because the letter was written a few days ago, right?
The letter was written a few days ago, yes.
So we're already pretty much behind time on that kid, finding that kid.
Although an exposed human body in optimum conditions can be reduced to bone in 10 days. A body buried 1.2 meters underground retains most of its tissue for a year.
And she's in a cask, like a stone sarcophagus right now with a preservation spell.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives us at least a week for the preservation spell, and then another week for decomposition. Right?
If you bring her back, will she be like a half skeleton?
I don't think so. I'm pretty well. If we're going off of 5e spell casting, no. I'm pretty sure she is just healed of all her wounds, depending on which spell. Revivify has to be cast within a minute, so we're already pretty much out of luck with that one.
Is it resurrection?
There's Raise Dead, or no, yeah, Raise Dead. I think Raise Dead is the one I'm thinking of. There's Raise Dead, and then True Resurrection.
There's also just base resurrection. No more dead than a century.
Yeah.
And isn't undead.
Yes, and Raise Dead is
Any way we slice it, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I don't think I learn any of those, do I? I might learn Revivify, but I'm pretty sure that spell's banned anyways.
Raised Dead is a cleric or is a bard, but it's 5th level.
Well, no, Revivify might not be banned if you if you flavor it as CPR.
I would say
CPR on the body that's been dead for a week.
well,
no,
yes.
the Revivify doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Revivify wouldn't work anyways.
I think we need to go find our pal Dr. Frankenstein or some other voodoo doctor.
But Raised Dead, the body, they can't have been dead for more than 10 days.
Was that 10 days from after the spell's end?
It would be, yes, because we got her in there, I would say, less than an hour or so after she died. So
no, it was like we slept a day.
Did we sleep a day?
Yeah.
You did.
Okay, well, so then 9 days after the spell ends, I would say, because it's preserving her, so it basically stops all decomposition for that time. So we technically would have about 2 weeks. Theoretically.
7 plus 9. 16 days, and it's been 1 or 2 days.
It has been 2 days.
So we have exactly 2 weeks from now.
Which
Okay,
I'd also have to reach level 9.
Yes, well, that's why I'm saying we have 2 weeks to find the guy in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't think I'm gonna learn a spell in time to do it.
If we're lucky,
don't
we'll find
think
some
it's
way
that
to heal her. I don't know about whatever Dr.
Yeah.
If Dr. Frankenstein would even be able to get his help. I don't think she'll be back as much as we think. I think it will more likely be a undead type situation.
He also works for Dracula.
That's true, but we don't know how much he works for Dracula. If it's like, oh yeah, he's basically my financial supporter, and I don't really like the guy. Like we don't know anything about Dr. Frankenstein, though. Classically, the story Dr. Frankenstein, he is the villain more so than the monster himself. So who knows?
We also need to avoid this place.
Yeah, we need to avoid Barsov because that's our guy is there. But you should definitely send a letter to Ismark with our plan that we're stopping by, that there might be someone in the mountains that could help her. Probably don't tell him that she's dead. Maybe that she's held up in Târgoviște. Something. Though, fuck. The thing is, the letter might be intercepted, and then Dracula would know that, oh, she's in Târgoviște, and then the fact that she's not in Târgoviște, we get to. We also should absolutely avoid every single Vishtani camp for the moment.
Yep. I'm thinking
Because-
I'll just say she's somewhere safe, not say where.
Yes, that's a good idea. Say she's somewhere safe, recovering. She's in good hands, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But we are trying to find someone who can help her. And then I wanted to write a letter to give to the guy before he leaves today. To send back to the little girl saying that we will be there as soon as we can. Don't lose hope. It's like, yeah.
Okay. I like to think you guys are just like standing around a map and discussing.
Yeah, we're standing around a map. We have a protractor. One of us has like a watch, a stopwatch.
Okay, Ayla, where do we go?
She points at Barsov.
Good idea.
Okay. I will give the reins to you on how you want to approach doing this.
Can we just say that we're sending the letters, and
Yeah.
do you want us to go track down that man?
The one that's conveniently outside.
Mayhaps,
Yes.
before we leave this town, we may want to
Yes.
potentially find some information about this man in the mountains. Yes.
Yeah, if we can, that would probably be
Who might know
beneficial.
this person? I guess we could ask the mailman.
We could ask the mailman. We should also check in with the Hunters Guild.
Maybe the mayor's son. He knows magic, which is pretty
That's
strange.
true.
Yeah,
You should ask him about any astrological mumbo
I-
jumbo.
Don't think he likes me very much.
Well, you're the one that's closest to being a. Lucas will like hold out his fingers and like move them around, magic-y.
My tongue isn't as good as young, though.
And where will we be able to buy a horse and cart? MJ.
Well, conveniently enough, you are in a inn called the Horse and Coach. They do rent out horses and carriages here.
Oh, rent?
Yeah,
You additionally can buy them for a
I
fee.
think we should avoid horse and carriage. If we can take by river, that would probably be the best, because if we're going into the mountains, we're not gonna. I don't think actually we're gonna be able to bring that cart. We're gonna have to move light.
True. So where would we buy a boat?
I don't think we buy a boat. We see if there's any ships leaving today.
Oh.
Maybe
You're right.
the people where we got Ayla from.
Yeah, we could ask them, because they've had to be traveling, and I doubt they're traveling on the roads with a party
The
that big.
monsters.
I
Yeah.
forget MJ because it's been a few weeks, but when we talked to them, did we ask them where they were going next?
No, we did not. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the information that was relayed to you was they are looking to go to a kind of a archaeological site.
Huh. But they haven't decided which one yet?
Or we just don't know which one.
Well, they actually need help getting to it.
Oh.
Oh god, that's another odd job. MJ, you prep so much stuff for us to not be able to do.
It's what he did in Tourist Bar as well.
That's what you
So
gotta
tell you
do,
what,
baby.
it sounds like Lucas has some letters he needs to write. I'm willing to go talk to those guys again and see if I can't figure out anything about transport. And Jonas, I don't know what you want to do.
I don't think I can do anything besides write a letter to Ismark.
Jonas, why don't you go check out with the, we could split it up like this. Mane, why don't you check out, see if we can get a boat fare somewhere? And Jonas, if you want to see if you can gather information about this man from the sky, maybe from the archaeologists or someone in the Hunters Guild, I'll see if I can track down this mayor's son and get a few cups in him, and maybe I can get some information.
You won't have to look. Oh, he's gone.
Oh well, I'm going to go ahead and go fulfill my end of the bargain here. Alright. So unless someone stops me, I'm gonna exit stage right here.
Okay.
Or stage left, I should say.
And then I assume we write our letters and we hand them to Mr. Guy here.
Yeah, I'm typing mine out to you, MJ.
I'm not gonna type mine out because it's a letter to a child.
They're not real people.
Yeah, they're not real people. They're like half people. They're about the same amount of people as Ayla is,
Hey.
which is a lot. They're very people.
Look at these faces.
Yeah, they look like something I'd see in a UNICEF commercial.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Santa Claus.
What? No.
Oh, okay. If all myths are real, that means Santa Claus is gonna come and save our lives against Dracula if we've been good boys.
But have you?
Yes.
But okay, easy enough. You guys will go to the aeronaut named Bob, and you will exchange some cash for for a mail to be delivered. It would cost you 50 cents a piece, so $1 total.
Okay, I can subtract that. And, friend, I was curious. In your travels, have you seen anything strange in the skies? Well, besides the things preventing that sometimes knock your airships out of the sky, like you were talking about. See anything weird, like shooting stars that look too close?
Can't reckon that I have, but yeah, I can't say that I have.
Oh, that's interesting, because I heard stories of some sort of sky man up in the mountains. You heard about that? Is he a aerator like you?
I haven't heard of such tales, but I would be interested to meet another aeronaut. The crop around here is kind of dried up.
When I mentioned that, did either of these two
Make a perception check.
he perceives? No, it was so close to what I did. Ah!
I think there was
Lucky, we need this.
Okay, I'll use lucky. Fine.
Do you even have any lucky? I guess we just did a long rest.
Yeah. Okay, that's 15.
You can. It doesn't look like the older gentleman is paying attention, but the younger lady is. She was trying to make it seem like she is not paying attention.
It's interesting. I hear he's able to cure any illness. That he's some sort of holy man almost.
Huh. That sounds kind of like a tall tale to me.
Well, it definitely is a tall tale. I just wanted to see how much of it was true. Thanks for the help, though, and make sure those letters get there on time. And he'll walk over. And he'll like stop by their table as he's walking by. I wanted to thank you for assisting me and my friend before. Could have been in a bad way.
You see the gentleman will take a sip of his coffee. It is certainly no problem. We help those in need. And
you help those in need. Your skills, they kind of reminded me of a fella I met on the road. What was his name? Max is trying to think of what his name was, but I thought it was not Arthur.
No,
Alfred.
Alfred.
Yeah.
His name was Arthur. No, Alfred. He wore he was like some sort of plague doctor outfit.
Yes, I'm familiar with his ilk. Yeah. Of course, they stop by our carnivore quite a bit.
Well, that's good to know. What do they do? Do they hunt things? They helped us out of a bit of a scrape with some wolves.
Oh yes, the members of Sanguine de Judah are very skilled. They're good people. Well, most of them are good people.
Well, that's good that I wasn't saved by some criminal. Well, I'd hate to take up more of your time. And you might have heard what I was talking about with the airman back there. Have you ever heard of any man from the sky up in the mountains? And he's looking specifically at her.
She'll look back at you. Can't say that we have.
Is that true?
Insight check.
Any tells?
Insight check.
Sight is winsight.
Oh yeah, she's definitely heard of this guy.
Well, I only ask because a friend of mine is very sick, and I was hoping he'd be able to help her. Well,
you see the older gentleman will say, Shakespeare will say, in my line of entertainment, I find it better not to go kicking down doors you don't know where they lead to.
I might have an idea where it might lead. Just hoping to look through the window before.
You
If
see
you
that
catch my
his...
drift.
Let's see...
I don't know if catch your drift is a common phrase back then.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that again.
What, does he have lucky?
No, just advantage with some certain stuff that relate to the supernatural. As he is looking around, you see his eyes avert to the ground.
Oh no.
You can tell you can tell on his face he knows something is off, but he can't exactly tell what it is.
Lucas will notice his eyes, and he will take a step, kind of like widen his stance to make his shadow a bit harder to see.
You see your shadow does it. There's like a delay where it's like, what are you doing?
Sorry, it just got scrunched up in the undercarriage. Wait, no, that wouldn't be the term. Balls itch.
How elegant.
Well, you have a lovely day, mister.
And you as well.
If you're ever looking
you
for
said-
some quick cash, we can use a knife thrower.
Oh. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I got a bit of a tight schedule, a couple time limits I have to deal with, but if I'm ever back in town, I'll
Did
give
you
you a
ask
ring.
them where they're going?
Oh, wait. Is your circus typically in town, or is it moving?
It usually moves, but at the moment we're having some issues relocating.
I see. I heard the other circus outside of town is having some similar troubles. That archaeologist fella.
Yes, they are an interesting bunch.
It's not the same difficulties that they're having, right?
Perhaps. I'm not too sure about the details of their troubles, but it can be only a few things in this lovely country.
Well, if I'm lucky, I'll be back in a couple of days. If I'm not, it'll probably be more than a few weeks. I bid you adieu. And he'll give a bow and a little bit of flourish of his cape. And walking.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't know shit. Or they do, and they just won't tell me.
Manet, where did you want to go?
Well, I was gonna go speak to the archaeologist.
Okay.
Or would there be a better place to find a boat?
I think there might be good. If there's not like a boathouse or
That's what I was asking.
something,
Is
then-
there a boathouse or something? Something. Excuse me.
Well, let's go. There does appear to be a kind of a exit that leads directly to the river over here.
Ooh.
half to the River Somme, so it'd probably be around here.
I guess I'll go. Where did I say I was gonna go? I just said I was gonna go find transport, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we didn't. We didn't make any plans on where to meet back up. Oh well.
We'll probably meet at the Statue of Christ. That would make sense.
a good marker.
Very
Yeah.
very fitting.
That's what I was thinking too. I was just gonna go back to there.
Hey, when you can't find your way, he is the way. Am I right, fellas?
Oh, he's tall.
Mene will climb to the top of Christ's statue to get a better view.
He'd start yelling.
What?
Lucas, Jonas.
Dad!
I'll go path to River Psalms.
Okay. Manet, as you are walking, you do pass by the town stage. There is quite the gathering of people here.
Oh, is someone being hung?
Interesting that you say that, Manet. As you pass by, you see a man in the middle of a impassioned speech. There is a crowd of people around kind of the center stage of this town, and you do see a hanging body.
Can I go ahead and ask someone in the back, what's going on?
You see a portly man, balding, late 40s. He looks kind of like a butcher, hairy, wide forearms. He'll look at you and say, "Oh, they caught a Vistani in town."
Oh, are they not welcome here?
No, not after After the incident.
Was this the incident with the werewolves that I heard about?
You see that he'll kind of scratch his belly. Yeah. Ever since the mayor's kid died, they're not welcome here.
Nasty business. What's the guy on stage spouting about?
He is saying something along the lines of, you see, here, let me... you see a more regally defined gentleman. He's wearing a very modern suit with the top kind of a bowler cap. He has a full beard. And you see that he's on stage. You kind of catch him middle of his speech saying, "These Vistani vermin are not welcomed in this town. After what they did to us and our people, any Vistani caught on this side of the fence will be swiftly given judgment by yours truly." And he'll point to the statue of Christ.
When in reality he's talking about himself.
Yeah.
Am I to assume that this is the mayor?
Is the mayor also the executioner?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. This can't possibly.
Aya and Jonas have gone AFK.
Oh my gosh, that's not good.
Monkey went AFK.
They're getting into mischief. You would know this man carries himself with a sense of authority. While you're not 100% sure, you gather that you could, if you were a betting man, you would bet that he's the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas would bet he's the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think there's too much to do with that right now, but it's good information to keep in mind.
Mm-hmm. And as you continue your trek to the gate that leads to River Psalms, go ahead and give me just a general perception check. This part of town seems a little bit more shady. There are more vacant areas here. You see that as closer to the other entrance of the town, this exit to the River Psalms is more barren. There's no shops or anything open.
I mean, what do you mean? There's the meat and supplies and the Hunters Guild.
Mm-hmm. You see, as you pass by the meat and supplies, just vacant. You do see the Hunters Guild over here. You don't really see people outside of it. You see some of the windows are boarded up. You can't really ascertain if there's people there.
Place has seen better days. Well, if nothing's stopping me, I'm gonna continue through the path to Riversong.
Okay.
Mene gets attacked by the invisible man, dies.
Yeah. Did you? I like to point out that y'all did say we're not splitting the party again last session.
Yeah, I don't think splitting the party is a good idea.
Hey, you guys, y'all are going with it. Along with it.
Living the party.
I'm following Lucas.
Oh.
The
Man,
child can die.
Mane,
Child in quotes.
Mane, you follow a fairly cleared path, but you see that the mists are lingering faintly around you, not as thick as you saw beforehand coming to the town. You see that the trees are kind of bountiful this time of year. A lot are starting to bear fruit. You see a lot of tangerines hanging from trees. Once you get to the River Psalms, however, there's kind of a disparity of the trees and nature around it. The trees are more barren and gnarled. The fog seems to hang a little bit more thickly on the top of the river. However, Bene, go and give me a perception check.
Did the mist cover the river?
It's
I think that's what he said.
Or
yeah.
does it look like the river almost like
I think
parts?
he said they get thicker over the river.
Oh, they do. That's not good.
I will say, even with that low perception roll, I am actively looking for boats.
Manet, as you are walking to the shore, you do see quite a few boats that are in disrepair. Simple rowboats, nothing fancy. Some of them are slightly punctured, but nothing a little elbow grease can't fix.
Good thing we have a Jonas.
There are quite a few of them that are just kind of broken along the shore.
Are there any people around?
You know what I'm going to ask you to do?
Perception check.
Perception check.
Great number.
There does not appear to be any people on this side of the river. The mists
Interesting.
The mists do obscure quite a bit of your vision. However, you can faintly make out some figures on the other side of the river.
I don't know how long across the river is. If they're talking, would I be able to hear them?
You would not. But you do hear something that you recognize to be laughter. Specifically that of a child.
Huh. Well, that certainly wouldn't be the child we're looking for.
There is a dock, however. If you want to take a closer look, you would have to kind of walk across this dock.
Question, did we end up buying the binoculars?
We did, I believe.
Who has them?
Uh,
Did I take them? If I did,
Not in my,
Hmm?
not in my inventory.
You've got them?
No.
Okay, I think I
I did
thought I
buy the binoculars, right?
I think you bought everything but the pogo stick. If
and the knife.
and the knife.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. I think I just forgot to put it in my inventory. If no one else has it in their inventory.
Yeah, I don't have it in my inventory.
Yeah, because I think when we were talking, we said that I could have it.
Yeah, because you wanted it.
Because you're a
Yeah.
child.
Little looky Lou.
Little looky lad.
Because it's useful for spying on people across foggy rivers, which is what I'm going to try and do now. Let me actually add that to my inventory before I forget. Oh, I know why I didn't add it, because adding stuff to the inventory in Foundry is such a pain.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, MJ said he was going to create unique items for everything, but
Yeah,
I don't.
it won't let me click add on
You have to press the plus sign.
I don't know how
I next
to.
to add on create item. I get an error
No,
message every time I do that.
What
just
did
go
you-
to
what?
go to
Go to your
equipment.
inventory.
Go to tools and hit add.
However, Manet, you do have a pair of binoculars that you bought from that pointy-eared freak. What would you like to do, Mane?
Well, I know why it wouldn't let me add because I had it popped out. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go to the docks and look through my binoculars and see what I can't figure out, even though the fog's probably blocking quite a bit.
You see kind of the silhouette of a large lumbering figure wrapped up in baggy black cloth. You see that their hair is long and greasy. You can't really make out too many facial details, but they're kind of hunched over, and you see a young child next to him, a little girl with kind of dark curls, slightly tanned skin, and she's dressed in the typical Vistani garb, bright colored silks of purple and reds and greens. You see that she is kind of folding something, what looks to be a little paper boat. And you see that the lumbering figure is just kind of watching her do it.
Is it clear that she knows whether the lumbering figure's there or not?
It looks that she does know that this figure is there. You kind of watched him for a while as you just see this child just make a whole bunch of these paper boats. You see that the current is kind of fast, as when she drops them into the current, it is kind of swiftly taken away.
Well, as long as I'm not seeing any tentacles drag them under, I don't think that's too much to worry about.
You see the lumbering figure is jovial at the sign of these boats floating and going so fast down the river. The figure begins to clap his hands and kind of stomp his large feet on the wooden rickety docks. And you see, in a quick succession of events, the figure just hoists up the child and just throw her in the river.
Oh.
You see...
I think I might know what's going on here, actually.
I do too.
I don't.
You see...
I'm pretty sure it's Frankenstein, and he has no idea what he just did.
You see the child begin to kick and panic as she is beginning to get taken by the river. What do you do, Mane?
I am going to... Let's see, because he seems so jovial when he threw her in. Can I ascertain that maybe he has no idea what he's doing?
From this distance, I would say, even with your binoculars, it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay. I think I might...
You begin to hear panic screams.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast the message spell, which is me cupping my hands around my mouth and yelling in a specific direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to message the big lumbering figure.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna
Hey.
What are you gonna say to this lumbering figure, Mane?
What are you doing, you fool? She's going to drown.
You see that the figure will stand up and kind of look around, not really sure who said that to him.
You should save her. Darn, it just occurred to me that he might not understand language.
And hey, can you give me a persuasion check with disadvantage? Fuck, I forgot you're good at those.
Hooray for automatic.
Minimum 18.
Minimum 18.
Actually, I think it's higher than that now.
God.
Is it? It can't be minimum 20. No.
Well, so it treats your roll as an 8, right? Can't roll anything lower than an 8.
It treats your roll as a here. Let me double check. I can double check. I've got it up. Bard. What was this? Was it eloquence or glamour? Eloquence. Right?
Eloquence.
No, it treats it as a 10, and I have a plus 10 because of the level up, and because I got an extra point in charisma.
God, he's just too good.
That is a dirty 20 as a minimum for persuasion, which is why College of Eloquence is busted.
It wouldn't be busted in a fighting campaign.
I could roll a disadvantage. I forgot to roll a disadvantage. I really should do that in case I crit fail.
You can't crit fail on skill checks.
You're the DM. You can say otherwise.
You're right. I am.
I mean, otherwise I'm gonna roll a 20. So.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, actually 23. Oh no, wait, no, disadvantage. It's just 20. But yeah.
You see that he'll grunt to the sky. You see there's kind of a moment of reflection as he is just staring at the sky. He lets out a loud grunt, and with one heavy step, he'll fall into the water. However, he does not float. He simply just sinks.
I assume he's just gonna keep walking.
I didn't know how to swim. Oh,
I'm gonna be honest. I think that's probably for the best because he can just like walk against the current, right?
well, he needs to walk with the current because that's where she's going, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he'll block some of the current from her with his massive girth, I guess.
Can he drown?
Well, we'll see.
That's an
Did I
interesting
just
question.
kill Frankenstein by accident?
Well, if
Hang
he's
on,
a
I'll be
reborn
right back.
race, then reborn don't need to breathe.
That's true. I'm betting he doesn't need to.
It's okay. You don't need to worry about that. Your job's done.
How about if he befriends Frankenstein, let's name him Mort.
No, don't do that.
Well, I've done all I can do. To be fair, that little girl probably wouldn't be safe near this village anyways, considering they seem to be... Because didn't you say she was clearly Vistani? Or
I think MJ left.
I think MJ did say that, yes.
And because he's also muted.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And I don't think Frankenstein actually got to her yet.
Well, I am going to, my job is done here. I'm going to, go ahead and step back. I don't have any spells that I think could help here. I have suggestion, but they have to understand you. And I'm not 100% sure he can understand me.
Jump in the water and save her.
A lot of that's out of game knowledge, so maybe I should have tried that anyways.
Oh, that's a crazy
roll.
That's a crazy roll.
Yeah, hopefully we needed that to be high.
Yeah.
You see Frankenstein just kind of sinks to the bottom. I'm just saying Frankenstein because you know who it is. And don't correct me that it's Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, okay, I was about to...
That's true. It is Frankenstein's monster.
I was just about to do that. I was about to correct both of us because I said Frankenstein earlier.
But to be fair, Frankenstein was the monster because man.
Shut up. We're going by the assumption that Dr. Frankenstein's the dude and Frankenstein's the monster.
Yeah. Then again, a lot of this is out of game knowledge, so
Yeah.
I think I've already stretched it by using message.
If we were to name anything, we'd name him Frankie.
Or name him Mean Green.
But yeah,
You see this lumbering figure just splash into the water. It does not come up. However, you see that the girl is just completely dragged down by the river. You do not see her come back up. And after a while, you see that kind of the oxygen bubbles begin to waver.
Oh no.
I'm gonna turn around and leave.
Manet, give me a quick perception check before you do leave.
Let's see, where is perception?
You, even with that lower row, you do see that there is something that just kind of zips through the water. And a moment later, the thing that is zipping through the water leans a little bit more heavily to your side of the bridge, of the shore. And you just see that the girl is just launched to shore. Simply just thrown
on all sides of the shore.
On your side of the shore.
Oh no.
Oh, next to the village that hates Vistani people. This is gonna go great.
You see that the child is around you. She's not directly in front of you, but she is fairly adjacent to you. She's thrown off in more of the wooded area. But you do see that thing that was zipping through the water begins to kind of circle where you saw the lumbering figure sink. What would you like to do, Manet?
Oh, the thing zipping through the water wasn't him?
I don't think so.
But so the girl's safe now, or how is she looking?
The girl was thrown to shore. Give me a medicine check, Manet. Manet is... You've seen a dead body before, Manet.
Oh no! Well, I did roll low. Maybe he's actually alive.
That devil.
Benet at least gonna poke her. See if she moves.
Yeah, I guess I'll do the good old check for the pulse and
Regardless of what you previously assumed, there is a slight pulse. But it is very faint and weak.
Uh-oh. You don't know CPR.
Man, splitting the party always goes well.
Hey, we wouldn't have even probably been over at the shore, probably.
Well, I'll give it the old college try, I guess. I think in this setting and how I have healing word, I'm not really sure that technically works in this scenario.
Yes.
So I'm going to try CPR.
Okay. You're gonna need a medicine check.
Well, seeing as how my last medicine check went, clearly this one's got to be good. You know, gambler's fallacy and everything.
I mean...
Manet,
it's pretty good.
You, in your time of studies of various forms of just human biology, you do the most textbook perfect example of CPR. And after a while, you see this child will sit up and just kind of release the water that was kind of in her lungs and stomach just on the ground. You see that she is out of it. She is stabilized, but she faints.
Well, Is there just a place on shore, like a bush, I can just stash her?
Oh my god.
Yes, there
Oh
is.
my god.
I'm going to do that. Just in case anyone before y'all yell at me, just in case anyone from the village comes by and feels a little murderous.
Be fair, she is a child.
And to be fair, I just heard what the mayor said, so
You know, that's a good point.
I don't think I think getting in the Vistani's good books is better than not.
Okay, go ahead and just give me a quick survival check.
Survival check.
You did the best you could to hide her.
Oh boy. Well, with that, I'm going to run and find my friends.
But to answer your question, Mane, yeah, there are boats there.
Yeah, no, I gathered that. There's a bunch of boats there, some of which are in disrepair.
You do hear the sounds of commotion coming from the other side of the shore, but I imagine you just kind of want to get the fuck out of there, Mane.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get out and dodge for now.
Okay, fantastic. Meanwhile, Jonas, what are you doing?
I'm just going with Lucas. I think splitting the party's bad.
Okay.
Did just fine, I'll have you know.
Mane did the best he could.
So, do we want to head to the research outpost, or do we want to head to... Because I wanted to find the mayor's son and ask him if he seen anything.
Well, he was at the bar, but he left. We don't
Actually-
know where he is.
Yeah, actually, before we leave the bar, can I ask if the mayor's son, where he usually goes when he's not at the bar?
You asked a barmaid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy's he's kind of a shut-in. If he's not here, he's probably at his castle.
All right, thank you. And it appears he might be at the castle. We could stop by. Maybe bring over some consolation wine, maybe as an apology for Ayla stealing his notes.
Yeah, we need to not look like we're trying to rob him.
Where was the because there was a general store, right? And an antique shop,
Surprised.
but that's like empty, right?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Oh.
At the eatery, is there anything at the eatery? Or is that also vacant?
There is more, there is more food products there. This is more or less just kind of a grocery store slash, kind of diner.
Do they sell bottles of wine?
Yeah, of course. You'd be able to pick up how sorry are you, Lucas?
Okay, what are our increments of gold that I could pay for this?
You got your 50 cents, which is just your run-of-the-mill crap
wine?
one. Yeah, crap box
Barefoot
one.
Box wine. Barrel wine.
You got your higher grade of $1 wine. Pretty up there. Then your $5, and then lastly your $10.
I'll get a bottle of $5 wine. Sure.
Okay.
$1.95 is what I have left. Yeah, and so I'll buy a bottle of wine. And so we're gonna head up there to Talbot Castle.
Yeah. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, it might be a good idea to get on the good side of the mayor.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
You pass by a person hanging. At this point, the crowd has kind of cleared out.
Lucas like gives a glance and then just keeps walking.
Okay.
There's a slight shudder to him as he passes by the hanging man.
Man is a stretch.
Hanging person?
Hanging adolescent.
Oh, hanging boy. I see.
You remember the whole "she is a child" thing? That you
Yeah. You know, I didn't realize that they were hanging a child. So, a teen. So yeah, well, Lucas will. He has on slightly finer clothes.
Jonas, are you still dressed and look like shit?
He would have got changed clothes. Cause didn't Manet get new clothes?
I think Manet
Yeah.
got his.
I got
clothes-
my old clothes repaired, and I suggested you all do the same, but we kind of forgot about that, I think.
That's why we need to stop splitting the party.
Yep.
So Jonas does look like a man that just stumbled out the woods.
So we could probably stop by there and get our clothes repaired first.
Yeah, can we get our clothes repaired?
Yeah, 50 cents each, so $1.
Okay, cool. I'll subtract another $1, unless you have $1.
I have $9 total.
Okay, I have a lot more than that. Ah!
Everything's
Marcus.
black.
I don't own a token on this screen.
They've stole. Oh, wait. Can you see through Ayla, right?
Mike can see through a.
Oh, so he doesn't need a fake token anymore.
Yeah.
That was the whole purpose of
That was
it.
the whole purpose of him introducing Ayla, I feel like.
No.
Oh,
Because we split the party way too much.
She's gonna kill Dracula.
he's gonna kill
Yeah.
Dracula.
Ayla needs to be a warlock.
Or a paladin.
We can't have two.
Well, we don't have one. Sniffs.
We don't
Uh,
have one what?
Yeah,
Paladin.
so we'll knock on the door.
Paladin.
Oh, yeah. Imagine having a paladin.
You were Lucas. As you knock, you are greeted by no less than 3 servants. Hello, my good sir. What?
I'm gonna assume that was Max.
That was me.
That made me jump.
I thought that's somebody at my door.
It's audio effects.
Good old Discord audio effects. Does that actually show up on the video, I wonder?
Do
We'll
it
see.
again.
Sure, I'll do. Okay, one more door sound.
Oh, that's weird. I can hear it on different sides of my headphone. I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
I also have this one. Which
Interesting.
is just the one knock.
That's evil.
Yeah, it is evil.
I was about to mute and check my door.
I was too.
Oh, I immediately recognized it as the soundboard.
My brain is smooth.
'Cause
Anyways,
before.
you are greeted by no less than 3 servants. One will greet you and say, "Hello, my good sir. Do you have an appointment with the mayor?"
I do not. I'm here to see his son. There was a bit of a trouble back at the tavern, and I wanted to give my apologies. And he'll show the bottle. Is he in?
Give us but one moment.
Ah,
What was his name again? I forgot. It's been so long.
Atticus.
Okay. We'd probably not say his son, say Atticus.
One of the servants will run to adjacent room. Give me one moment. I am getting a phone call.
Least magical in practice.
The servant will come back to you and say, "The young master has agreed to see you. Please, follow me."
Lucas will... Can you step in?
What if he's Frankenstein?
I doubt that. He seems like a nerd, but not that big of a
It'd
nerd.
be more likely to be the Dr. Barker that's in this town.
You enter the kind of the main foyer, the main hallway, the entrance to this pretty lavish manor with multiple floors. There's a smell of like lavender that lingers in the air, as well as this beautifully polished wooden floor. You gather this is kind of where they would have balls and whatnot in this manor. More so castle. You see this lovely statue depicting some knighted figure. You're not able to ascertain who. But the servant will lead you to this room over here.
What sorts of valuables they got?
Oh, they have a ton of valuables. It looks like they have a ton of valuables. But in this room, it's pretty bare bones.
I see.
Boop. Boop. It is here where you see Atticus kind of just standing, waiting to greet you. Hello. Oh, you brought the creature again.
I can't really leave it alone. Sorry about earlier.
Oh, my father does have some rules about wild animals in the foyer. So please just keep it near you. And he'll take a seat at this couch over here. Actually, not wanting to sit next to one of you, he'll sit in this single couch.
Understood. Lucas will sit down. Atticus, I wanted to give my sincerest apologies. Or no, that wasn't the voice I used. It was just a very not accented voice, right? It was just
Your most generic voice.
Atticus, I just wanted to stop by and give my apologies for my friend here and his compatriot. And I'll present him the bottle of wine.
Oh. Give me an insight check.
He's probably gonna be judging you for how poor the quality of the wine is.
Yeah, that or he's like, I don't drink wine.
You see that there's a faint twinge of like, oh, you got me cheap wine. He is a rich boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't have. He'll hand it off to one of his servants, and he'll gesture for them to leave the room so he can speak with you one-on-one. That's no issue. Thank you for returning my notes.
Of course. I did actually have some questions. Are you an astrologist by any chance? Or do you practice any astrology?
We do have an observatory on the top floor of the castle. It is more of a sentimental attachment than anything. My father is quite obsessed with the stars.
I was wondering if you might have seen anything strange, anything that looked like a falling star or a meteorite that could have crashed somewhere around the mountains.
I do recall my brother saying something of that caliber.
Is he around? I would like to discuss it with him.
No.
You see that his face.
Oh, no, not that. Sorry, I remembered. No.
Unfortunately, he is not. He passed away quite recently.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It is, it's fine. His, loss was quite the blow to the whole community. He just actually got back from the Americas.
Yes, I've made my long journey here on some business, though I've been sidetracked with several things. I'm not a researcher myself, but friend here knows quite a bit about the stars. Don't you, Jonas?
Yeah, it speaks to me in a way.
You will hear Petra telepathically goes, I get it.
I just got it.
I was wondering... sorry.
Well, that's wonderful. It is great to have another man of science.
Yeah. That's what... I apologize for this, but I took a little look at that note that Ayla here stole. That was some interesting stuff.
Oh. Yes. It's some silly research I've been doing. Some secular research. I'm mainly studying to be a doctor. There's a short supply of them here.
Oh, yes, I could tell when on our brief trip to Bucharest, we met a doctor... What was his name? Stevenson.
Yeah, heading to Babes University.
Yes, that is actually where I studied. Yeah. Bucharest, they have that walking sickness. We have a few cases of that here, but most of our town guards do their best to wrangle those infected and dispose of them properly.
From what I heard that walking sickness is less of a actual disease and more like something out of a storybook. You with your secondary studies, what is your take on it?
Well, go make a persuasion check, Lucas.
Any bonuses? Bad bonuses?
No, just a straight persuasion check.
Okay.
Ooh, so close.
Pretty good.
You see that he'll kind of sit back in his armchair and cross his legs. He'll kind of press his fingertips together in a kind of a contemplative stance. It is my belief that the infection started from somewhere in the Capertanian Mountains.
Capertanian Mountains. And it's not a recent thing, though. It's, from what I've heard, it's quite old. Been around at least since the town itself existed.
I believe it is older than that.
Would it correspond with anything having to do with your... the research that your brother was looking into? I remember reading stories of things coming out of the sky, and I think there was one dissertation back in New York that described possible pathogens surviving in the ice, rocks falling from the sky.
I have my theories, yes, but I don't want to alienate myself. I got quite a bit of that at Babes University.
Oh, well, like I said, my friend here is very interested in the stars, and I'm not a professional scientist or anything of the like. There's no judgment here.
We wouldn't be here if we were trying to get all mad about what you had to say.
And from seeing that walking sickness up close, it's easy to tell it's not natural.
Give me
We say in unison.
Natural.
You see, one of the servants would bring in the uncorked bottle of wine, and they'll place it on this table over here. Go ahead and give me a perception check, both of you.
Oh, is it blood?
I'm sorry, not perception, persuasion check.
Oh, persuasion. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's...
Slightly less worrying.
Upon just trying to get to the bottom of this walking sickness, my conclusions drew me to one place. I actually led an expedition there with the help of Dr. Banning.
Ah, yes, we met him on our way into town.
Is there where I found some interesting documentation? Some that have kind of changed me. And, you'll see that he'll levitate a wine glass to each of you.
Filled, not filled. I assume filled.
Yes, filled.
Lucas will have an astounded expression on his face. Wow, that is impressive. Are you sure? And he starts looking up. No wires?
No, this is something.
Everyone's losing their mind over a cantrip spell. Imagine.
Low magic world.
Lucas, Now, I know this might be a bit of an overreach, and we don't know each other very well, but is there a chance we could see some of these texts? Or you've mind me saying, some of your brother's research as well. We have come here searching for healing for a friend of ours, and we think that whatever this thing in the mountains that we've heard about might be related in some way. And I know that your peers might debase you and reject these notions that you're saying, but you can trust we are friends. And Lucas will kind of wave his hand, and as he moves his hand away from he'll like let go of the wine glass, and as he moves his hand away, the faint bit of shadow coming that his palm made across it remains as the glass holds in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And as I will also use Mage Hand.
You see that he'll uncross his legs and he'll kind of lean in towards you with an astonished look. Remarkable.
Wait, how long have you been able to do this, Jonas? Or Lucas?
Lucas will nudge him in the ribs with his elbow.
he like whispers that to you.
Then Ayo used Mage Hand.
Everyone is surprised.
Back in America, I ran into some trouble. Coming out of it, I had a greater understanding of the relationship between my shadow and I.
That is remarkable. I have to documentate this as once. The Count would be interested in learning anything that relates to this type of magic.
Yeah.
Which
Interestingly, we were thinking of getting an audience with him ourselves. Though before I discover or reach out, I wanted to have a better foundation of what we're looking for. Would you be able to keep this a bit on the quieter? I don't want to ruin the surprise when we actually meet him.
Yes, I understand. Not wanting to say anything before you have concrete evidence.
Yes, and like I said, I am no scientist. Just a, I guess you could say, interested party.
Yes, the Count is a eccentric recluse, but he definitely does have deep pockets. He's been funding my research for some time.
And what is this research? I couldn't make heads or tails of the scraps of paper that we found our poor little Ayla holding, but it looked quite advanced. AKA basic shield spell.
It was mage armor.
Oh, it was mage armor. Well, that's still pretty good.
Are you familiar with Sholomance?
Am I? I'm guessing no.
Yeah, are we?
Make a history and/or arcana check, Jonas.
Let's go. Oh, just him.
Let's do history.
Wow.
Jonas, smart boy.
This is a smart boy.
The name really doesn't ring a bell.
I don't think I have.
No. Nothing I can remember.
It is said to be a school that resides somewhere in Transylvania. I believe it exists somewhere along the Capitanian Mountains. This says to be a school for magic, taught by the devil himself. Of course, I believe this is just superstition, but there have been some interesting artifacts discovered there.
Lucas will kind of bring a hand to his mouth. So, the stories I heard of the Count. Do you think he attended there?
Count? That would mean he would have to be hundreds of years old.
I mean, stranger things have happened. As he refers to the wine glass he's holding in midair with his shadow. And especially with this walking sickness, bodies being able to move around after death, I would say that it's not as strange that he could be that old.
Well, which is actually where I believe the walking sickness and the Sholomance are connected. It is says that there's a powerful, and he'll use quotation marks, wizard there that is able to reanimate the dead.
Resting.
Would this be the same one that's in the mountains?
He has a confused look on his face. Well, I mean, Sholomant is said to be in the mountains.
And you've been trying to find it.
I have. For some time now.
Any ideas on where it could be?
I admittedly do not know where it is, but that's where the research comes in.
So, have you taken a look at your brother's research?
Well, my brother was more just a stargazer. He enlisted into the army fairly young, and he was always more of the brawn, and I was always more of the brains. It is admittedly hard being without him. He always had my back.
I only bring it up as the stories we've been tracking, rumors primarily, but we've heard of a man somewhere in the mountains who can do miracles. The healing I described before, we are interested to find this person. And someone, a archmage, and he holds up his hands in quotes, to commiserate with Atticus, that being able to stop the dead, that sounds like a miracle. We've also heard that this person's appearance correlated with shooting stars, or something similar. And if your brother has recorded any of his findings, I think it might be interesting to see if he found or saw something crash up in the mountains. Perhaps this mysterious archmage was brought out of hiding when something interesting fell in his lap.
Admittedly, after the shooting star, my brother passed not too long ago. But I believe his friend, Miss Conliffe, will know a little bit more about that than me.
And you wouldn't happen to have any of his journals or stargazing diaries that we could look at?
Unfortunately, I do not believe my brother was much of a documentarian.
Well, that is a shame. You said her name was Miss Conley, though.
Miss Conliffe.
Conliffe.
Miss Gwendolyn Conliffe. She runs the antique shop.
Ah, yes, we were just there. I needed to get fitted for a new coat. Wait, no, because she also ran the tailor, right? Or
She does tailoring on the side, yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'll have to inquire more with her, but I wouldn't want to take up any more of your time.
Yes, if you are interested, I believe the Count is funding an expedition to Sholomant fairly soon. And perhaps in a few weeks or a month's time. If you are interested in work, perhaps you can accompany me in my expedition there, since you are such a lover for discovery.
When is this expedition planned?
I'm gonna need some more information on that. I believe the Count has been fairly vague about when exactly he wants to depart. He, of course, won't be joining us. He just is funding it.
Of course.
Oh, Ayla. Now you can speak.
I didn't realize I was going to speak in Nayla's name.
Yeah, it's sort of if you do /LLC, it won't.
Well, we have some business back in Bucharest for the next 2 weeks but that is an interesting offer. If we're in town before you depart, might take you up on that.
Yeah.
Of course. And, yes. If you're... Well, admittedly, my father doesn't really like me conversing with the Count or his daughter, so... If you want more information, you can ask Miss Zelska.
Wait, the Count has a daughter?
Yes. She's a resident of this town.
Uh-oh.
Who would that be?
Madame Zelska.
And what's their relationship like? Do they speak often?
Well, the Count isn't exactly welcomed here. My father has very staunch views against him, and even his daughter's presence here is perturbing to him, but she has made the town prosper, and, well, I'm just in it for my expedition, regardless of my father's beliefs.
Well, that's very interesting. We might speak with her as well, to get more information about this expedition. But again, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you for speaking with us.
Not a problem.
And sorry about Ayla again. Oh, I spelled that way wrong.
Zelska. I think there might be an E in it.
Yeah, you can see it on the map in Târgoviște. I'm pretty sure it says that it's like one of the buildings.
Well, thank you for your wine. He'll lie. You see, he doesn't really take a sip of it.
All the servants will be happy.
Yeah. And I imagine you gentlemen make your leave.
Of course.
Yes.
I will attempt to not steal anything.
Yeah.
That's asking too much for you.
Roll
It
for
is.
morality.
No, I don't need to do that.
Oh.
Roll for intelligence, honestly.
Ooh, so that was a lot of information.
That was a lot of information. Okay,
When he said the mountain, the name of the mountains, is that like still the whole thing, or does that narrow it down?
It's still the whole thing.
Okay.
So we should go here now.
Where?
Zalaska Manor.
Should we? Though, I mean, we do need to.
But I think we need to pick a Mane. We can't
Yes.
we can't keep doing
I will
this.
we'll probably head to the antique shop, which you said was like around here, right?
It's right
The
here.
shop is the Conliff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where Mane is.
There's
Oh wow,
two
yeah. So
mayonnaise.
we'll probably
Actually,
we'll
mayonnaise
probably-
should be here.
pass through town.
Yeah, I'm
statue.
you'll probably find me hanging here.
The statue of Christ, the meeting place, right next to the dead child.
Yep.
Oh, good. I figured I'd meet you all here.
I'm gonna need
Next
to
time
put
we
a
should do-
content warning in front of this video.
What? Why?
I don't think people jive with dead children as much as we do, Mane.
What do you mean? I saved her.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
you mean the?
No,
Oh, you mean that guy?
Wow.
Hey, Mane, how was your vault?
Well, Some rather good news. There are quite a few boats in serious disrepair there. To be honest, I don't think anyone would really notice or care if we fixed one of them. How are you on boat repair, Jonas?
I have one arm.
So,
You
pretty good?
No. What?
So pretty good at fixing boats?
Who knows?
Well, we found some pretty good information talking to Atticus Talbot about this Skyman. He is actually departing on an expedition for the mountains in a weeks or so.
Sponsored by Dracula.
Sponsored by the Count himself. And it looks like...
Did Jonas just say his dang name?
Yeah, Jonas doesn't care.
Jonas,
Yeah.
You may want to watch your mouth. Names do have power, you know.
Do they?
Well, better safe than sorry.
We also learned that the Count's daughter resides in town with us. At Zaliska Manor.
Oh, that sounds potentially dangerous. Are they on good or bad terms?
Well, the mayor is not on good terms with our friendly Count. So it's interesting that he allows his daughter to stay here. Also, the owner of the antique shop might know more about the astrological.
Our space friend.
Yes.
I think we need to talk with Zalaska, because we still need to find out the Count's homeland.
Well,
That's
I
true.
suppose we should probably head by the antique shop. Did you really talk to the mayor's son dressed like that? Because aren't they both like...
Oh, no.
One of you changed, right?
We stopped at the antique shop to get Jonas some clothes repair, and I just switched to some fancy clothes that I have.
Oh, okay.
I have a lot of pairs of clothes.
Are you not going to mention the passed out girl you put in a bush?
No!
Right.
You really are the devil.
And Mene, how did the river look? Was there a boathouse? Did they look like they used the river quite often? There any bears?
To be honest, it looked quite decrepit. There wasn't anyone there, which certainly makes the process of potentially taking a mostly functional boat a lot easier, I would imagine.
Well, yes, but also there's probably a reason they don't use the river very often.
Well, would you rather try our luck with a horse and carriage again?
I mean, we could,
I
though.
think you just need to not let you drive it.
Now then, I didn't drive it the first time. And the second time I drove it, I do believe I saved your lives, so I wouldn't complain.
And almost ended it.
Almost.
Well, let's take a look. We should talk to owner of the antique shop, Miss Koska. Who? What was her name?
Conleth.
Conleth. I see.
Gwendolyn. Yeah, and then Zaleska, and then if we have to run out of town.
No, then we'll go to the boat.
Yeah.
We're gonna run out of town and have to repair the boat before we leave. Unless we're taking one of the good ones, which might piss someone off, but whatever.
Wait, would the Count's daughter have the same affliction as him?
What do you think?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
That is a good question. There's only one way to find out.
My money is on that we shouldn't visit her at all.
I think we should, at least to get more information about the Count. Though we should probably be careful. We should have an escape route planned.
We need to know.
Well,
Yes.
we may want
Oh,
to go
man.
to the antiques door first, then, because there may be some stuff that you might find interesting. There certainly was a lot here that I wouldn't mind having if I had fuller pockets.
Yeah, and I didn't take anything from the mayor's.
No,
Yes,
Ayla.
so- She's gone! There we go. So yeah, we go to the antique shop.
Coffin shop.
Coffin shop.
Coffin
right.
shop?
Is this the right map?
No.
Oh. Yeah, we'll go back to the coffin.
It's
when
Conliff, not coffin.
we'll go back to
I
the coffin
know.
shop. We'll go back to the coffin shop if we can't get to the mountains in a week.
That
Well,
is
let's shut.
that is what happens. isn't it?
That's mean.
Well, whoa!
Oh yeah.
Large mayonnaise.
Manet, big sized.
How does Ayla have so much HP? Do you not want her to die, MJ?
She doesn't have that much HP. She
He
has.
has-
19?
I mean, that's like half as much as we have.
That's how much like Mina had. She
And
had
look-
22.
And look how that ended for her.
Well, she was a combatant. Ayla's just gonna hide and steal stuff.
Is she?
Bro,
Well, how do you know in this setting that this is actually a normal monkey?
yeah, I doubt it.
That is
Because
true.
Jonas will be sad.
I'm gonna just throw up these real quick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, these cool items you have.
I actually don't think you can afford.
Nope.
No.
We can't afford literally anything.
Well, don't be
No,
broke.
I could afford the navigator's tools. That actually,
That might be worth it.
that might be very much worth it.
You see,
Yeah, that actually is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna delete Big Manet real quick.
We're all Ayla.
Oh, yeah. We are a.
I do have some things we could sell.
You get here, and Miss Conliff would turn and say, "Oh, hello. You're back. I feel like I just stitched your clothes up."
Yeah. This time
Yeah.
we're not here for that. Haven't gotten to any fights that quickly.
Oh, heavens. I hope you don't get into any fights anytime soon.
Hey, no, me neither. We just had a rather rough time on our travel here. Roads are dangerous these days.
Oh, so I hear. What can I do you for?
We were hoping to do some buying and selling, and also we had a few questions. We were just up at the mayor's mansion, or the mayor's castle, and his son Atticus, he was telling us about some of his brother's research, and I'm sorry for your loss,
Oh,
but
Lawrence is a very good man.
he said he would discuss his astrological observations with you.
Well, he did get excited one time. We were stargazing together. Actually, the night of his accident. There was a shooting star that we found. It crashed somewhere in the mountainside. But that is, I believe, as far as that's all I know about it personally.
Really, you saw it crash down? Crash down from the heavens?
Yes. We did.
How long ago was that?
About 6 months ago.
And about where was it? And he'll pull out the map.
Oh, yes, of course. It was over Do.
Oh wow, this is easy.
Please be close, please be close, please be close.
No.
Oh,
That was mine.
That was me.
That was
oh,
mine.
okay.
That was me pranking you all.
Oh, you monster.
Oh, great location. Okay, that's great.
Wait, where?
Next.
Not see it? Right here.
Is around here.
Oh, that's a great location.
It is a great location. Okay, so out of character. One option we could have, we go back to Bucharest, we help find the kid, and then we talk to our boy Atticus about his expedition, and see if we can get it triangulated around here.
I think we have to beat Atticus. Because I don't think we want Dracula to know.
Well, we could try and beat him, but do you think we're gonna get there very quickly on our own without an expeditionary force?
That's what the navigator tool sets
But
for.
also... Wait, so there was the angel. Wasn't there also Saint Jerome that was in the mountains?
Yeah, I'm thinking Saint Jerome is the guy who's related
It's
to
the wizard. It's the old wizard. The
Yeah.
devil.
Well, not the devil himself, but learned from the devil.
Yeah, there's quite a few things happening. Those mountains are really popping off.
Yeah, they're popping. They're popping a lot.
I need to talk to Petra after this too.
Yeah. Well, that is actually very convenient for us. We were hoping to start an expedition out there ourselves, either joining Atticus's expedition or hoping to beat him there, if you understand.
Oh, yeah, he's been trying to be more adventurous ever since his brother passed. I just pray he's a little bit more steadfast.
He seems like a cautious fellow, so I think he'll be fine.
He's smart.
Though, I noticed these tools that you have for navigation. I have some things that I could trade if you'd be interested in taking a look.
Sure, what do you have in mind?
Okay, I have these jewels. I have this a set of fancy clothes. I have a brooch. I'm not gonna give her the pinky. I have a chastity belt.
Where did we get this stuff? Okay,
Oh
I
my,
remember we
that-
got the chastity belt. Where did we get the jewels?
That was in
Same place.
the chest. It was all in
Yeah.
that chest that I robbed from those cultists.
Oh.
Oh my, this can. I imagine some people may have a use for this. She was saying,
So the
picking up.
chastity belt.
I'm surprised you lugged that thing around with you.
Hey, if it's worth money. This was on a little expedition of ours, a bit down south.
Altogether, I'd be happy to give you. Let's see.
$5.
Fucking GameStop moment.
I'd be happy to give you 250, or I can give you 300 in store credit.
I think we will take the 300 in-store credit, especially because looking at your selection, you have some very interesting pieces.
Okay. Just let me know what catches your eye.
Store credit.
Okay, so
No. That's probably.
wait, here's the thing: we could. I have 194 gold, or dollars.
Yeah, but there's also stuff here that I'm assuming you all would want, and if we do want the navigation tools,
Yeah, we're definitely getting the navigation tools, 100%.
yeah,
How much?
that would leave us $130 of store credit. And how much did you have?
So 324 gold total after the navigator's tools.
Wait.
I can calculate what's not in-store credit, what's other later.
You're saying that after we buy the navigator's tools, including store credit, and with what you have, you'd have 324.
Yes.
Okay, and I have like 40, if that matters.
How do you have so much money?
Me? I think I may have asked Lucas to give me a little bit of money when I came here because I didn't know how much it was going to cost.
We did. Okay. What are the things we need?
Besides the navigator's tools, I don't think anything here necessarily.
You want the top hat.
Well, the pocket watch and the top hat are really nice items for me, and I imagine that some of the weapons are stuff that interests you all.
Yeah.
What's your charisma score right now?
It is 18.
It
So
would
that's
be
the thing.
useless.
It's not that useful to me until I hit level 8.
And
it is
can this push to
interesting.
past 20 or no, MJ?
It can push past 20.
Well, no, I'm at 18. So if I were to take another feat that gave me a +1 to charisma,
Like
then that
actor.
would get me to 20.
Buster's Revenge looks pretty good. For
Yeah.
fucking anybody.
Cutlass is
But
Cutlass
probably for
best?
me. Cutlass, I believe, would be a scimitar, right? Or
Yes,
a rapier
it'd be a
or sword.
I think it would be a scimitar.
Yeah, and the hunter's mark is pretty good for you since you don't have any concentration.
Actually, it's just a rapier that deals slashing damage. Basically.
Yeah. That would be really good for you because you don't have anything that would take up concentration.
Mm-hmm. And the guns are cool, but
Really expensive. I don't feel like the guns are worth it.
400 for...
I mean,
Yeah.
400 for a magic missile gun at second level? That's pretty good.
That's 44, right?
Yeah, that'd be 44. In addition to the gun being expend the entire cartridge to hit
So, question about the marksman volley: is it just magic missile? That's all it does, right? That top description is just describing magic missile, basically.
Yes, it is magic missile.
Okay. So
okay,
it's magic
so
missile at second
it's a
level.
wand of magic missile, basically, that shoots
Yes.
at second level.
But it's only
What's
once a
the long
day,
rest?
so not as good.
Not incredible.
Well, what? I don't know. Once a day magic missile at second level. That's not terrible.
No, but like a wand has charges, and you can do like a 10th level magic missile.
Yeah.
The
But
Foghorn Blunderbuss is also pretty good.
the wand can also break.
Yes.
This I
Yes,
don't.
this cannot.
Yeah.
At least you haven't decided it to, because a wand has 10
we have to have
charges.
ammo
So,
for it, I think. But
so wand of magic missile, you could theoretically cast 10th level magic missile by just expending all the charges. But this.
The
no.
blunderbuss, you do have to reload it, but the way it's flavored in the world is, during your long rest, you can retroactively spend $20 to recharge the blunderbuss in all of its charges.
I
Okay.
think the blunderbuss isn't worth it 'cause I already have catapult, and catapult's not that amazing to be spending $20.
Well,
I
might
don't-
be good for you though. Is the cane of
having a fog cloud spell that we don't have the greatest control over in a setting where there's probably already a lot of misty fog. I don't know.
Oh wait, your strength sucks, so maybe a war pick isn't great for you.
I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
a lot of
We'll
weapons
discuss
aren't
this.
really actually good for me. 'Cause
Well, no,
I'm-
because he uses intelligence, right?
Yeah. And like my main thing is Petra that does 1d10.
Yeah.
And it's already +1.
So we want to get the navigator's tools.
Yeah.
We can either then choose between the pocket watch or the cutlass.
I mean, I think basically it would be between a weapon. It would be between the pocket watch for me, the cutlass for you, or either the cane or the axe for Jonas.
Yeah, I don't think he can use either of them though.
I don't really
Very
need
personally.
anything.
Yeah,
Like,
he doesn't.
I'm pretty broken.
Okay, here's. Do we want to? Do you? I think the pocket watch is probably the best item to get here right now. Personally, I mean the cutlass is good, but I'm still.
We're
I'm
lacking
honestly
damage
fine.
the most.
Yeah, and I'm honestly pretty fine on my damage. You don't deal damage, but
Question about a +1 arcane focus. Does that apply to saving throws as well?
Yes.
Just
yes, it
attack?
does.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that would be quite useful for me.
How many of your spells are actually saving throws or attacks?
Most of them are saving throws. I think I have. I know I have one that's a attack roll. Let me see if there's any more than that. That's an attack roll. And yeah, that's it. Everything else is saving throws.
Yeah, and I was thinking, oh, I could sell my rapier, but I don't think that would be enough. It's only $25. And for my short bow, $25 for sure. That's 50.
The other
That's
thing is, if MJ is going to
$50.
keep giving us these awesome shops, we might want to save some money.
That's true. So we could save some money with Custer's Revenge, or basically spend our whole load on the pocket watch.
But we're not going to
And we should get the music box. It's always good to have.
Yeah, I was gonna buy the music box no matter
until
what.
we get to a rad.
I think the music box is going to be good primarily for one specific encounter that we ever have with Mr. Frankenstein, the monster.
Damn you, Max.
I just feel like he'd like
Is he
music.
metagaming you?
I'm
was
not
gonna buy
metagaming.
it.
I just think that would be a good use for it.
Yeah, I was
feel
just gonna
like
buy it to use as a potential distraction or something.
that too.
You never know when it'll come in handy, and it's cheap.
Yeah, I think Custer's Revenge and the music box.
Yeah, I honestly, Max, I think Custer's Revenge is very good for you. Maybe even better than the pocket.
I won't turn down. Yeah, sure. And I'll also sell my.
Oh.
Can I sell my rapier and short bow for full price or?
Give me 1 second. I gotta let my dog in.
Tisk tisk. But yeah, I mean, Custer's Revenge. That Hunter's Mark is insane.
Yeah. I think our damage is our worst point. I think until there's more damage,
Yeah, that is more damage.
because melee doesn't really do a lot of damage.
No,
And if we can sneak attack with it, that would be pretty dope.
yeah, I'm full support and debuffing them and buffing you all basically. But yeah, I'll buy the music box with the funds you gave me. And then I guess you're gonna get the navigator's tools and the Custer's Revenge. That's our $300 in store credits. You'd subtract 120 or
So
whatever you have.
170 minus 50.
What? What do you mean 70 minus 50? It's
Because-
120 more than the store credit.
Yes, so 120. He pays $120.
I have returned. Okay, what was your question, Max?
How much would I be able to sell my rapier and short bow for? They're both 25 gold to buy. $25 to buy.
It'd be around half of that.
Okay, so I could get $25 for both of them together. That's fine. I'll sell both of them.
Can I sell crossbow bolts? I don't have a crossbow.
How many crossbow bolts do you have?
17. I don't know why I have an odd number.
Yeah, that would probably be around $3.
Oh,
Let's go.
I also have an unused rapier.
I have $12 now.
Actually, maybe I should keep the short bow just in case if fighting things at range.
But we have guns.
Yeah, mine has 2 shots.
You also have your cards.
Also, I
Yeah.
realized we didn't. I do, but my cards are only at a distance of 20 feet. Oh, also, we need to buy normal bull. Oh wait, we do have bullets. We have 20 bullets. Okay.
Are you selling your your short bow and rapier?
I think I'm gonna keep the short bow just in case if we're.
I mean, if you really need one, I also have a rapier.
Oh, do you want? I mean, are you gonna use it?
No, it was just a starter weapon that I put in my inventory.
So if you
I'll
and
sell
Max,
both rapiers for $25.
yeah, so $25. You have $25 added.
Okay.
If we leave the rifle with Mina,
You did.
We did. We're dumb.
Did you add the 250 food guy from the?
He did.
So it should be 300 because you have 300 in store credit, unless you're taking the cash.
Yeah, so 194 plus 300 in store credits, so that's 494. So minus 435. It's 59. Wait, my brain. Okay. So the total price of stuff we're buying, 170,
It
is 435. 435 is the total price.
I paid for the music box. So
You just paid for it yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 170 plus 250 because 420. Nice. And then so we have $300 of in-store credit, so minus 300. It's 120, which is
120. Yeah.
easily enough that I have. Oh wait, no, sorry. Okay. Let me recalibrate. 170 plus 250, and then minus 25 from the 2 rapiers. 395. So I only need to pay 95 gold from my stash. So I have 99 gold left over. $99. And I'll sell my rapier. Delete. Keep my short bow.
And did you sell my rapier as well?
I did.
Okay, let me delete it from my inventory then.
Gwen will watch as this child pulls out a rapier.
It is for self-defense.
Oh, okay. So which items are you buying?
The Custer's Revenge, the music box, and the navigator's tools. The music box, our little child is buying by himself.
Okay.
Our little beautiful bouncing boy.
Who gets navigator's tools?
You.
Okay.
to fill something.
Yeah, I get the music box, you get the navigator's tools, and Max gets the cutlass.
I assume none of us are
Everyone gets
proficient with
something.
navigator's tools.
I think can't artificers at some point can't they be proficient with any set of tools? Like if they spend a certain amount of time? It's either level 3 or level 6. There's something about that. Let me I can check. Let's see. It is, where is it? Yeah, tool expertise. Oh no, that doubles your proficiency. What's the level 3 one? Right tool for the job. You can magically create one set of artisan's tools in an unoccupied space. Okay, but you. Okay, I guess you're not necessarily proficient with them.
No. But I just can't be lost. We just can never get lost.
Yeah,
even
that's
if
the thing. I'm not actually sure we need to make a roll for it, from the wording of what it said.
Yeah. It's just a benefit so that we don't get lost. Okay. MJ, then are you going to create the Custer's Revenge, or?
I will.
Okay.
I will actually try to make it.
Okay. It doesn't actually seem like it'd be that hard. You just need to use a rapier and then change damage from piercing to slashing and then make it +1. then at the Hunter's Mark thing, I can just add that to my spells.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's it.
I also have to look up how to spell binoculars. I'm pretty sure I spelled it wrong.
Binoculars.
It
Okay,
is crazy that the
I don't know why I
monkey
thought I
bubble
had.
thing.
I don't know why I thought it had an H in it. I knew it didn't look right.
Appreciate you taking the time while we pull all our junk out.
Oh, no, not a problem. I'm just happy to have some customers. Admittedly, most people don't have a knack for antiques here.
I don't know why they wouldn't. These are quite beautiful and useful pieces.
Yes, but rather expensive, I do believe, is the issue.
And was this actually wielded by Custer himself?
That is what they say.
Interesting.
Who's Custer?
He was a.
They mean Colonel Custer from I don't know why it's here in Transylvania when
I'm
it's
RP.
in America, but
I know, and I'm gonna. He's RP too. I don't know why they're here. It's some guy in America. Yes. Have a good day, and thank you again.
Not a problem.
you guys, do you not know who Colonel Custer is? You haven't heard of Custer's Last Stand?
No.
Yeah. So there's a,
He
he screws up royally, basically.
He chases I
He
think it was the Apache.
Yeah, he was trying to chase down some Native American tribe, and he had a informant who was also like a Native American that was trying to help him. I think they made a movie off it or something.
Yes,
I think it was
Avatar.
help in quotes.
Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
No. But yeah, he so his Native American informant told him, "Oh yeah, over the hill there's a ton of them. Like they seriously way outnumber you. Don't attack." And Custer was like, "Well, this guy's a Native American. He's clearly lying, so we're gonna attack." Problem was the guy was telling the truth. So
And I believe their camp was in a ravine, which then he basically got himself entrapped in all lines and completely decimated.
Hell
yeah, they like I'm pretty sure they died to the last man.
Yeah, a huge royal fuck up.
Yeah, known as Custer's Last Stand.
Not really less. We're like a.
Well, it was his.
It
last
was
stand
their
because he
last
died.
stand. They didn't necessarily go out heroically, but they did have a last stand.
I guess.
I think there's an actual place called Custer's Folly where it happened.
Cool.
I think. I might just be making this up.
Yes.
I mean, I imagine there's probably some sort of landmark. It is a pretty famous story.
Max loves spreading fake news.
I love spreading fake news.
So you have
Little Bighorn, that's what it was.
you have some cool new magic items now. What would you like to do now?
Let's go meet Dracula's daughter.
Do we want to meet Dracula's daughter, or do we want to go and make sure we have a boat in case this goes south? I'm just saying, going from our track record, we have not left most places on amicable terms.
Did you see any good boats, Manny, that we could just like take?
Well, okay, so remembering from your description, MJ, there were a few decent ones, right, that didn't need any repair?
There were.
Well, I mean, there were, but it would probably be a little more ideal if we could have time to fix up one of the decrepit ones, since no one would notice it missing. Because we may have to come back here at some point. This does seem pretty much like the city to be at in Transylvania.
We've only been to 2 places. Don't say that.
Would we know just from talking to people that this town is like kind of a big deal, or?
That would be a safe assumption to make.
Yeah, I kind of gathered, just from map intel and stuff, that this was kind of a.
Yeah, this place looks way smaller than Castlevania led me to believe.
I'm pretty sure this is kind of the main hub of our adventure. It feels like.
Where's the town square that Dracula's face crashed upon, where they burned his wife?
Right here.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Not a lot of Venice-styled cities or cool Gothic architecture in Incarnate. So you get what you get. I'm limited by the resources of mine.
I see. I understand. I think we should still take a look, just in case.
And if anyone says that you can make a really sweet, cool-looking Târgoviște, you can go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Yeah, Vertigo.
Yeah, our one viewer. I'm just covering my bases. I never know.
Your fan base. But yeah, I think we should take a look at the river one more time before we check in with Zaleska. Is Vede sweating?
No.
Are you just never gonna tell us what happened?
Well, maybe. We'll
I'm
find out.
holding off to see exactly what happens here.
Oh man,
Okay.
you really are the devil.
I mean, one thing to keep in mind is she never saw me.
That's
That
true.
doesn't help your case.
Or at least I don't think she did, MJ, right? Because she, like, woke up and immediately fainted, right?
Yes. You return back to the River Psalms, and you go back to where the dock is, Mene. And you guys together, you do see quite a few dilapidated boats that have washed up on shore.
So, any of these you think you could fix up? Or at least take a look for structural integrity? Buoyancy? Something like that?
Let me take a look.
And you
The
may
power-
may also want to look at the damaged ones to see exactly what made them sink.
Oh, that's a good point. Why do you bring that up, man? Why do you think something sunk them?
Just the fact that this place is very abandoned and there are a lot of busted up ships here. I would have thought this place had more traffic. Makes me wonder if there is something wrong with the river.
Is there a commotion still on the other side?
There is not.
Uh-oh.
Is there any bush people that we see?
I would
Bush
say
children?
you do not know about that, so you would not be looking for that.
That's true. We're not looking for bush people.
Not looking for bush children. So what are you exactly doing, Jonas?
Like looking if there's like any. What's the best boat?
Give me either investigation or perception.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this one.
There are quite a few that you could patch up. You see that most of them have kind of the same damage, which is like there appears to be some broken underside parts. But you know, being the smart cookie you are, you could probably reinforce it and make the bottom hull of the ship, the boat, a little bit sturdier, stronger.
Ooh, my smith tools proficiency would probably help.
That does sound like it would help.
I think you would need woodworker's tools.
He does have the right tool for the job.
Yeah,
That's
That's
what
true.
that skill is used for.
I can just use my thieves' tools as.
Well, you use them to make the tools that you need. Then they're used for. How long does it take you to do it again?
An hour.
Yeah. So we would have to hang here for an hour if that's all right with everyone.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, and maybe some bush people can wake up.
Lucas will walk along the shore to see if he sees anything in the water.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Ooh. Then let me. 19.
The question you ask to see if you see anything in the water, there is an alarming amount of nothing in this water. There are no fish in this water, Luke. Which, to your keen mind is a little out of the ordinary. Usually rivers are teeming with fish.
And if I toss a pebble in?
It makes a little spelunk sound, causes a ripple, but nothing out of the ordinary.
And if I take out, say, one piece of beef jerky from my rations and I toss it into the water?
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Uh-oh, okay. I'm amazing at survival, guys.
Oof.
Are you?
Yeah. I have +2.
Nothing.
That's pretty good.
You waste a piece of beef jerky.
No.
It just floats down the water. Is it one ration for a piece of beef jerky?
No, it's not one ration.
Okay. Does it just kind of go down the river?
It does.
Are there any like decrepit boats that I could like maybe float a piece of onto the river?
Of course, you can push a boat back out to sail. But most of them do have the same damage, so as soon as you push it, it doesn't really float. Oh, I'm sorry. You said a piece of a boat, so like a piece of wood or something.
Yeah, I imagine there's some scrap wood, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a decently large chunk.
Yeah, you toss it down the river. Nothing out of the ordinary occurs.
Seems all right.
And what if I stick my foot in the water? No, I'm not gonna do that.
No, do it. You should do it.
You have no reason to be not trusting.
I mean, all the destroyed boats on the shore is pretty good reason to not be trusting of this water.
That's just water werewolves.
Water wolves.
Where seals?
Where seals? Where crocodiles?
Where are dials?
Where muskrats?
Variegators.
Where gators?
Did you want to give me that tool check, Jonas?
Yeah, I guess I'll just roll thieves' tools.
That's
Well,
pretty-
I think it would be with your intelligence, actually.
It would be for this particular.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. Easy enough, Jonas. You fully make a functional rowboat.
Let's go. Good job, Petra.
No problem. That was actually more you than me.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What does some of this damage look like, Jonas, on the bottom of these?
Let me take a look. What? How does? Would I be able to see like
Survive or investigation.
investigation? It's like people were like scratched from underneath.
Yeah, definitely claw marks, Jonas.
Yeah. Wait, Lucas, come here.
All right.
Like, look, like, scratch the wood. Doesn't with your fingernails.
Lucas will do so.
Yeah, this looks.
Then he'll pull out one of his bladed cards and scratch that along the side.
Yes, this looks like what would happen if you did that 100 times, 1,000 times.
All right. So what you're saying is whatever's down there has some sort of lots of teeth,
Yeah.
maybe claws. Yeah, there would be a risk, though. How much faster do we think taking the river would be to taking a horse and coach?
But the river is pretty
Fast, right?
Yeah.
And it's going south, right?
It would probably be like around probably half a day's trip to get to Bucharest.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because
Do we want to risk that? Because we're almost definitely
Yes.
gonna have to take a horse and carriage back. Because I don't think we have the strength to paddle.
I don't think we need to come back.
well, actually, the reason why it will take you less time is because that's the direction the river is flowing.
Yes.
However, to go anywhere besides Bucharest, here, let me pull up the world map.
You're going to switch us to all these maps.
Yes.
Yeah,
So the river flows this way.
would
If you're
hit the
to go
bridge.
up, it would be a lot more difficult, if not impossible, to row upstream.
But do we really need to come back to here after Bucharest? Because we just need to go here to the mountains and then Arad.
And it seems like we have some rather time-sensitive locations that we may want to get
Like-
cracking on.
The only time we might be able to need to come back is from here back to here-ish.
Yeah, whenever we hopefully are able to revive Mina, we may want to go back to Târgoviște at that time. Because at some point we're gonna need to go here.
We
Yeah,
also need to. Didn't MJ mention this place a few times today?
Well, that's like
Constanza.
that's like the other big city. It's the port city. I think the only thing there of any importance right now is potentially Lucas's wife.
I think she's going somewhere else and then would be coming in on land. I think that's what we
Oh,
figured out when we were like
She would be
thinking,
probably arriving-
how would boats get in here if they can't leave?
Oh wait, no, we need to go. We need to come here after we find his coffin, Dracula's coffin, because we need to put his soil into the sea.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, what are you gentlemen doing?
So our boat's ready. Think we should talk to the daughter now.
I really don't know if that's a good idea.
I think the Dracula already knows our faces. It's the worst that can happen.
Well, he might not know that Miss Mina isn't with us.
War-torn land guarded by 3 lions. It's where his coffin is.
Yeah. You want me to post all the other ones too?
Also, MJ, did you see my message?
Give me perception.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I see.
Well, what was that?
Nothing.
I think no.
The girl's gone, isn't she?
I don't want to answer that question.
This is all your fault, Mike.
Let's best case scenario, she ends up with the orphans at the orphanage.
No.
Worst case
That's-
scenario is that she's in this town.
So
Yeah.
worst case scenario is that we come back into town and we just see another body hanging.
Yeah, that is the worst case scenario.
Yeah, I may have had a plan, but I realized afterwards that something like this might happen.
I was hoping we were going to find her before, so that we could get her across the river.
Yeah, I was hoping Mane would say anything.
It's okay. We won't. We don't need to worry about it. I guess we just go back in after you make sure the boat's in tip-top shape.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
you're going to Zelska Manor?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
walk back into town. What were you gonna say, Mike?
Oh, I was just saying that after this session, I'll explain.
Oh, your plan? Your plot?
Or more why my character acted the way they did.
Or you're the devil.
Hates children.
No, I saved her.
Then where is she?
I don't know.
Well, he saved her. It doesn't mean he has to continue saving her.
Oh no, house one.
Oh no. So, what should I continue with the Southern gentleman or
Yeah.
all right.
Researchers.
You
We're nerds.
arrive at this massive estate. It looks larger than the mayor's actual house. Beside the house, you see there are two additional buildings. You see that there is a fenced-off garden area, as well as a greenhouse kind of poking. You can barely see it from the back. What would you like to do?
Where's the front door? Right. I can't move. Oh wait.
Are you
There you go, now I
stuck
can
on-
move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you see
where
a
is-
door?
Yeah, I don't see any door.
Hang on. I thought
Oh,
I
I
added,
can look in their window.
I thought I
Don't be
added
a creep.
I thought I added a front door. I guess I didn't
No
add
door
one.
Here. Wait, no, here.
Right here.
It has to be over here. I must have
There-
forgotten to add it.
There is a door here. But that's
Yeah.
their dining room, which is pretty weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll give a knock on the front door.
where it should be.
He's dressed. Lucas is dressed kind of still with his fancy clothes. Like kind of wipes his hair back. Puts on a winning smile.
You are greeted by an elderly lady who has deep bags under her eyes, and she looks to be in a very bright pink dress. She goes, "Oh, hello. Hello?
Greetings. My name is Luke. I was just having a visit with Atticus, the mayor's son, and he mentioned that you are you Miss Zaleska?
Oh no, I'm just simply her servant.
Ah, I see. We were hoping to have a quick meeting with the lady of the house. Oh, so is that
Oh.
mage armor she has?
Yeah. She disappeared.
Did she
Wait,
just...
the servant had mage armor? How could you
She-
tell?
She had that little symbol. Oh no, why did I roll that? No.
Did she disappear? Is she still there?
Yeah. No, she's gone.
She's gone on my screen.
Yeah, she's gone.
Let
Dracula
me...
got hurt.
Give me 1 second. I have to refresh.
So where do y'all think a quilt made of sand and time is?
What do you think of what?
A quilt made of sand and time. So that's where the sun sword is.
I'm pretty sure that means it's buried.
Maybe.
Oh, I am not the lady of the house. That is Miss Soska. I'm Amanda.
Ah, well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Amanda.
Please come in, come in. And you go through the door that is definitely there.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there isn't a door.
Let me go see if the lady is always ready for visitors.
Wait, there is a door there, MJ.
Where?
Is it?
Where?
There are archways.
No, but like not in Foundry door like this.
Oh. Well, yeah, the archways aren't gonna have it.
Please follow me. Follow me. As you enter this room, you see that there are some guards stationed at the staircase as well as the staircase that leads down.
This room looks... Is this literally just an empty room?
It's kind of like almost like another ballroom. This room is meant for gatherings.
I don't know why this happened.
I don't know, just walking into this room gave me the feeling of like, oh, this room would be great for a combat. Uh-oh.
No.
Hey, no me.
Not yet. I don't have Custer's Revenge in my inventory yet.
Goddamn, this AI map maker really fucked up not putting these doors here. She'll lead you again to this room, where you will meet a very elegantly dressed lady. You see that she has jet black curls that are perfectly coiffed. She's wearing a tight-fitting dress. She has black lipstick on, and she's just waiting in the parlor for you. Good evening.
And good evening to yourself as well. Is it evening, actually?
It is around evening time, yes.
Okay. Lucas will hold out his hand for hers.
She'll
My
place
name
her
is-
hand in your hand.
And he'll bring it up to his lips and give it a slight kiss. Actually, he'll hover above. He won't actually kiss her hand, because he doesn't want to die. And my name is Luke Fairwhite. I am a not researcher, but entrepreneur, you could say. And we were discussing with Atticus earlier today about an expedition that he wishes to partake on. He said you were involved?
Yes, I am currently organizing it on behalf of my benefactor.
And this benefactor, is it your father?
That is a very strong word for the relationship I share with him.
When I said the word father, what was the immediate look on her face?
Just, she is like a stone wall.
Damn it.
She's good at this. She's been doing it for thousands of years.
No, no ticks, no slight twitch of the lip.
Go ahead and give me an insight check. Let's do that. See if Lucas can pick up on anything.
Let's go.
There's a slight, as you say, there's a slight pulse you can see on her neck.
Like almost like a tightening.
Yes.
And looking at her neck, are there any small pinpricks or something that could be missed as maybe too
Perception check.
close dimples?
Lucas is really wanting to dig too deep on this one.
I just want to see if she is a vampire.
Her beautiful curls stop. Do not let you ascertain that information.
I apologize if there's any bad blood with your benefactor.
I get it.
No, it is quite all right. So, are you interested in going on this expedition?
We were thinking about it. Our interests lie in the mountains as well. We heard of some mysterious figure appearing up there, able to heal incredible injuries, perform miracles almost.
Oh. I have not heard of this.
Yes. Do you want to do it this time?
Yeah, but I'm the one that said it. I'm doing it.
What are you doing?
Insight checking her saying she has not heard of this. Oh.
You know, looking at your art, Mike, I only now just realized the hand is
Shut up.
the thumb is the wrong way.
Just a gross chicken hand?
Look.
Holding a really large.
My photo is not meant to be zoomed in on. AI art can only do so much, especially when you're using the free version.
Understandable.
She is like a stone wall, Mene.
I figured.
I was wondering, when do you perchance leave on this expedition?
Well, that greatly depends on when my benefactor will see fit to do so, and also how quickly Mr. Talbot can assemble an expedition team.
Interesting. And how of a heavy hand is your benefactor having with this expedition? So far, it seems he's almost not interested at all.
It's more or less just a formal thing.
I see.
My benefactor is preoccupied with other things, but I am the main one leading this expedition, or paying for it out of pocket.
Are the blinds drawn in this room?
You're kind of like inside an inner room inside the house, so there's actually no windows in this room specifically.
Lucky. I see. How convenient.
If we do go, will you go as well, or is it you're just paying for it?
I'm just paying for it.
And what interest do you have with the mountain, or is it you just love supporting the academic arts?
I guess you can say that.
If you give a smile.
Yes.
Does she have fangs?
I was just about to ask. Any incisors?
Perception check.
Can we both, since we're both? That's pretty good. Oh my god.
Jonas, you notice that her canines are a little bit more protruded than the rest of her teeth.
Yep.
I see.
I don't even know why y'all were wasting time asking.
No,
We need evidence. We can't just go murder hobo.
Yeah, and
Who said
we're all.
gonna murder her?
No, and we
You
still need to
really-
figure out what her. I'm pretty sure it's relatively amicable. Relationship. And. So you just have an interest in the academic? Was it Atticus's research that caught your eye?
Yes, it was.
On the medical side, or
On the more archaeological side.
Then why?
Would you- oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I think we're about to say the same thing.
I was gonna say, oh gosh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah. Are you would you count yourself then a believer in the supernatural?
Yes.
I think you have to be living here.
It is true. It's hard to deny it when it's in your backyard.
I don't know.
It
what
is
else
at this
to
time
ask.
you
Alright.
do hear a faint commotion coming from the room adjacent to you.
This true?
Or this room?
It would be, yes, the next room adjacent to you.
To this room.
Yes.
What was
Oh,
that?
Not. What is that?
Just a house settling.
I see. I mean, an old house like this. How long have you been living here?
She will kind of pick up on what you're indicating.
What?
What do you mean, what? Well, gentlemen, if you wish to agree to the expedition, I will add your names to the list. If you have nothing else to provide, then it is getting late, and some of my associates will be making their way soon here.
Of course.
Yes, we certainly
And-
wouldn't want to. We certainly wouldn't want to take up your time.
Yes, and we're still deciding about the expedition. I'm not sure how much I can trust that Mr. or Dr. Banning. He seems a bit out there when I spoke to him.
Oh?
Just a bit of silliness. He was mentioning that something was ravaging through his camp, making things difficult. Odd thing is, no one could find any visible trace of anyone there, so I don't think it's thieves. Could be squirrels. I don't know. He seems quite silly, in my opinion.
Rene, since you're the closest one, give me a perception check
Ooh.
with advantage.
Well,
Ooh.
I'm glad you said that.
Let's go.
The duality of mankind.
Thank you, MJ.
You see that there are subtle motions of a quick, succinct tapping of one's finger on her arm, that seems to be indicating something to the elderly lady in the room. You also see that there is a danger that is lurking behind those lovely eyes of hers. Almost like she is weighing if it would just not be with that high perception roll that you'd recognize, if it would not just be easier to dispose of you three here.
Well, Luke, I do believe we have taken up quite a bit of this nice lady's time. We should probably get going.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I don't want to bring any dissatisfaction with your head researcher.
Is at this time that there is another knock at the door? You see Amanda will make her leave briefly. And she will come back in a short amount of time. And she will have a box that is neatly wrapped. It was your piece you commissioned, Lady Zoska. And she'll place it on the table. Well, Amanda, would you see our kind guest out? And she will bow her head.
Are we allowed to leave now?
You are allowed to leave.
Thank you again. It was lovely to make your acquaintance. I hope the night treats you well.
The night always treats me well.
Nice meeting you, ma'am. And then Jonas is just gonna like say in tongues, God be with you, and leave.
Jonas. I sense something. Jonas.
Yeah.
No.
The attempted token is trying to collide with the wall. It won't let me leave.
Jonas.
can't
leave.
MJ, I want out.
What is it,
Jonas. There's something we need to take care of here.
What is it?
There's another. Another
One
of
of
my
you.
kind.
Oh no.
Oh,
Jonas, give me a perception check.
yeah.
That 20.
No.
Oh. Shoot, I forgot to ask about the deal that she has with the mayor. Fuck.
I don't have anything to reroll either.
Honestly, we should not have come here. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But that's the fun part.
And you're over here asking, "Hey, are you interested in the supernatural?" And I'm over here internally screaming.
Well, I mean,
Jonas, as Petra says that, Petra quickly places himself on your chest, your hand on your chest, and he just pushes you back as a blast of green energy strikes the wall behind you. Atop the staircase, you see a man with a perfectly shaved head and a arm very similar to you.
uh-oh.
And that is where we're gonna end today's session, as we're gonna have to roll initiative next time.
Hey, MJ, I'm gonna need that sword.
Oh boy. I'm assuming, is the door locked?
I would say, man, if you wanted to get out of there, you certainly can.
Yeah, I was power walking to the door. Because I was Look, I didn't want to come in here in the first place. I followed the party. This is the second time they've gone into something that was clearly a trap.
It's not a trap.
No.
It wasn't a trap. They
Yeah,
just...
definitely there wasn't just a completely empty room here built for combat.
No, that's just a guy being dumb.
Oh, did y'all want to know what the deal was with why?
Manet, before you do that, give me a nature check, or I'm sorry, a survival check.
A
survival followed by a perception check.
Oh, dang, you're really making me roll here. You said, wait, which one first?
Survival.
Survival?
And that would dictate if you roll the perception check. Okay, give me a perception check.
Was this to answer my question earlier?
It is. To answer your question, this house, and you cannot perceive beyond that.
Wait. You mean to this house?
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
I see. Yeah, what's Maddie thinking? He thinking he still saved that girl, or what?
That girl never existed.
To be fair, as far as we know, yes.
So to explain, you know, Manet's not the greatest guy in the world, so he saved the girl, but then he realized, if I tell my companions about this, they're gonna get distracted, and man, I really want to shop at that antique store, so I can just hide her in a bush and we can wait on it. And then I realized before I got back, I was like, you know, knowing this world, she's totally not gonna be there anymore. Yeah, and so yeah, she did that girl just doesn't exist. It's fine. I was actually I later on when you were talking about wanting to go to Madame Zelska, I was going to have a moment where I said, "Oh, what's that in that bush over there?" to try and prevent y'all from coming here.
I don't think we would have ever not come.
But unfortunately, my distraction
Led here.
Yeah, you probably picked up on it. The bush, there was no girl in the bush, and there were drag marks, which apparently MJ has let me know retroactively, since he didn't answer my question earlier, led to this house.
Wonderful. Probably feeding for...
So I probably managed to give Madame Zelska a fresh dinner.
Yeah.
I see.
But
you're not going to tell us about that,
I really
right?
wish I'd have known that beforehand, MJ. I really would have prevented them from entering the house if that was...
I'm sorry, I have my Discord notifications turned off.
Oh, is that...
Tisk,
That's
tisk.
why, I see.
It's okay. We'll probably be fine, right, guys?
We can't run from every combat.
Well, we can. We just won't level up.
No,
We need to level up.
no.
I'm pretty sure, well, for one thing, we're not experienced, we're milestones, so if we avoid a fight that we don't need to fight, that's not going to hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
But we think about all the lore we're missing. Like, I would have never known there was another parasite here.
The lore of one of you dying.
Well, okay. We'll see how things go. I personally don't think we'll be able to take out a full vampire and her servants and
Well,
the guards, maybe.
There's like
So-
4 guards here. There's one here. There's her. and
Well,
her
there's one
daughter.
guy. We don't know what this guy's gonna do or how
He
these
Eldritch
guys are gonna react.
blasted me.
That's true, but we don't know how these guys are gonna react to the Eldritch Blast.
I'm also assuming the old lady is Zilska's daughter.
It is possible, maybe.
Yeah, that would
maybe-
make sense.
It is possible, maybe maybe they're not on the best terms. We'll see. Who knows? Yeah. Totally. Anyways, I'm sure glad MJ told me this door was unlocked, so,
It's time to have a Manet solo campaign after his compatriots die.
Manet solo campaign goes up on his own because joins the traveling circus.
Opens a bakery. Takes over Conliff's Antiques.
Manet would be the worst hero if he was by himself.
Luckily, he's not by himself.
I would be effective is the word you're looking for.
Would you? Who have you saved?
I'll
Us.
have you know that today I saved a little girl from drowning.
That's true.
I mean, I don't mean to shit on you, Manet, but technically you didn't save that girl. Technically, you endangered a large lumbering figure by making him fall into the water.
I didn't make him do anything. I didn't even use suggestion. For one, it wouldn't have worked, but I debated trying it anyway.
You saw a weird guy throw a girl into the water. You said, "Hey, what are you doing? Save her!"
Mm-hmm.
And then you just stood there and watched.
You know, but it is the thought that counts. And he did stabilize her, so that's.
I mean, honestly, half the reason why Manet did that was he was just curious to see what would happen, but...
So, I mean, he didn't let her die.
The events did not conspire as he expected, but he thought, oh, maybe saving this little Vistani girl will help us later.
That is a good thing to think, I guess.
Yeah, you know,
I often do good things thinking how it can benefit me later.
Yeah. No,
I mean, isn't that why everyone does good things?
Yeah, so it can
Don't worry,
benefit me.
I'm completely talking in game here.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
My
That's what I
character is
truly
not a
believe.
good person. I'm sorry, but I don't think that he would randomly. He was definitely not going to jump in the river to save her.
But I love that about you, Manet.
I think we need to promise
You know what?
not to split the party.
You know what,
After-
Manet? You stuck
think
to your
we did
character
part
so
more.
much. You stuck to your guns so much. You get a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Rewarded.
Rewarded for my
being evil.
terrible actions. Oh, honestly, the way things turned out, when I had this sudden inkling, I was like, wait, is she still gonna be in the bush? Because I was just gonna say, oh hey, look at this bush, and then I realized I should probably double check with MJ she's still there, and then I was like, oh wait, she's not gonna be there, is she? Then you're like, oh yeah, there's drag marks, and I'm like, fuck. Well, there goes any bargaining chip with the Vistani. Yeesh. And my excuse to prevent them from going to the freaking Dracula's daughter's place.
How did you know about this clip from Frankenstein, Max?
Oh, because I've seen the movie.
Oh, you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
And you also know about this scene, right, Mike?
No. I gathered from the way you were describing it that it was Frankenstein's monster. I've read the book, so I know some about.
I don't think that scene happens in the book.
My favorite scene in the movie is
that-
how he throws her in the water and she just doesn't get out.
Yeah, it doesn't really look that shallow. I mean, it does
Or
look
that
shallow. Yeah.
Well, probably because when they shot the movie, they didn't want the actor actually drowning. But
Yeah, he probably actually threw that child in the water, so they're like, yeah, don't throw her like too deep in the water.
But yeah, there was a you described it as a large lumbering man, laughing at the boats, kind of like a child would, and then just eating the girl in the water and still laughing about it. And I was like, oh, we're talking a gigantic man child here, and I'm like, oh, that's Frankenstein's monster, and he in like early Frankenstein's monster, right after he's been created, he has no idea what the fuck he's doing. So I just gathered it based off of what I'd read in the book and how you described it. so I have not seen the movie.
Oh, and
But I do believe you that happens in the movie. That totally makes sense.
and looks like Freed Guy also noticed another person there. The Gill Man.
Yeah.
What?
The monster from the deep. Drew her out of the water.
Oh, I thought it was Frankenstein who threw her out of the water.
I thought
and then they did,
Frankenstein
and then they
needed her
did-
out of the
No.
water.
Because that's also sinking the boats.
Yeah, that is gonna be great for us to encounter when we.
When we
After
escape
we-
from this encounter and do not stay and fight.
I'm fighting. I need to kill. I need this parasite.
Jonas, we need to kill this fucker.
You fucker! You need more parasite points, you fucker!
Oh no. Flashbacks to the last campaign.
No.
Yeah,
Honestly, it would be interesting if Petra gets stronger.
Hmm.
Out of curiosity, are you still recording all of our after game stuff, MJ?
Yeah, I should turn that off.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. We're having good conversation. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't want them to know about what I did in 1999.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Be
If you
3 years old.
I don't know if you
No,
want.
I was 1 year old.
I don't know if you want to keep in all the bits of me explaining my logic, but
Oh no, I think it's good insight to your character. Listen, sometimes people don't play
just
good
had
characters.
Everyone complaining at me for not going
Yeah,
out
I'm
of my
not.
way to save the.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's your choice to give us what information that you wish to. Okay, I'm gonna
They
go
already
get food.
know I'm evil.
Luke?
Why are they expecting me to go out of my way to save this girl?
I saw that.
I can't see that.
Oh wait, really?
I saw you say that. Yeah.
I didn't.
Lucas is. I like how Lucas is just like, stirring the beehive.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
no, did you see what I posted in the freaking Discord of him going up to Dracula's daughter, who's clearly like under her father's thumb, and being like, "Hey, ever heard of the supernatural?"
Well, hey, I mean, the best way to you want to put your cards on the table.
How is your relationship with your father, the Count Dracula?
If we don't do that, we have no information.
Yeah.
And we can't just not do anything.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but I think there's
For-
better
for
sources
some-
of
for some-
information.
for some, when you're in a world like Transylvania or Barovia, sometimes you gotta
thing
make
is-
some deals with some people that you might not like.
I do like how.
I think we already got the choice information from Conliffe though, of where
Yeah,
this place was.
No, but knowing
I
Dracula's
would
daughter's
have been
major-
okay going there if we didn't know exactly where this place was, but I feel like we have enough information to avoid a potential trap, which
But there's more
it
stuff we
was.
need to know than just saving Mina.
Yeah. Also, never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. But I forgot to ask, but I should have asked what the deal was if the mayor wasn't a fan of her benefactor, how she was able to stay in town.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to ask that, but oh well.
Oh, that's just vampiric charm.
Well, yes, but also it only goes so far. Like, there's a certain point where you're making decisions that are completely counteractive to your desires, and then it's like, okay,
I like to think about it as the mayor is Ron DeSantis and she is Disney. Just strong-armed her way into.
I guess that makes sense.
Oh, you
But
mean
it was something I wanted to
you
ask.
mean I can't be in this town that I own 70% of?
That's fair. She's probably been around since the town was built or founded. I don't know. Yeah, very interesting. Also, with this magic school and stuff, it'd be interesting to see if that's related to either the coffin or the coffin or the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know it's in a war-torn land guarded by 3 lions, but we don't exactly know what that
Yeah,
means.
it's so weird because like Sholomens is like a legend from
So it could be sand in time.
I've never actually heard of that.
They actually
either.
say it in Dracula. It's like, yeah, I went to Sholomance.
Oh, fabled school of black magic in Romania.
Yeah, it's really
Run
weird.
by the devil. Ooh.
Yeah, don't look too deep in that Wikipedia page because I have
I
some.
just looked at the.
You're looking at all of MJ's hours of research.
Wait, you're saying you got your information from Wikipedia? Wow.
I actually tried so hard to listen to the
Well, the
Dracula.
Wikipedia is a good source of information. It's just that we all got taught in school never to use Wikipedia because teachers wanted us to actually cite the original sources.
See, this is why I go to Wikipedia, I read it, and then I go to the source that they got their information from that they list in their Wikipedia
Yeah, I do that
article.
too sometimes. That's the thing, is they could have just told us that, but they just didn't want us to be lazy, and
It's the difference between primary and secondary sources, because Wikipedia is 100% the secondary source.
yeah, it is. It's a conglomerate of a bunch of sources, and
Yeah.
someone may have made there's potential for error, more potential for error than there would be in a primary source.
Yeah.
Feeling that Saint Jerome has a parasite arm, or something similar.
Or he is the man from the sky.
Well, I think Saint Jerome's the teacher, or like one of the teachers, or was it?
Yeah, I think Saint Jerome was that arch wizard that he was talking about.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna there's going to be a point where you can probably multi-class into a wizard or something.
Or a
They're slowly
warlock,
prepping us to allow us to be more magical. I see.
or a warlock, MJ.
Or a warlock.
I think who are you gonna make a deal with?
The devil.
Starman.
Yeah, obviously.
Or Starman.
Yourself?
Very funny. You're not actually the devil.
Not completely.
You're not completely bad.
Yeah, I saved a girl from drowning.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go get food.
Every
'cause
time you say I'm
starving.
evil, I'm gonna bring that
Hey.
back up.
Your one redeeming quality.
Later.
Later.
Adios. I'll also see you guys.
Bye.
Don't
Oh,
look
man.
don't look at the Wikipedia page. Adios.
They all left me. I'm not looking at it. I don't want any spoilers.
I
feel bad enough that I metagamed the part about Frankenstein, but I kind of just figured that out from prior knowledge.
I gotta go cook food like an adult.
Yeah, it's fair enough. All my
Adios.
friends left me. I'm gonna go stress eat. Or no, wait, no, I'm not stressed. What's the
Comfort eat. Comfort eat. Yeah.
what do they call it when you're like sitting on the couch crying and eating ice cream? Isn't there like a phrase? I don't know.
I don't know. But adios, my
Depression eating?
friend. Depression eating? Oh no.
No, I'm just gonna go eat dinner because I'm hungry. Well, later.
Adios. Bye.
Bye.